softeners from Culligan water. What? And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it does.
Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to enjoy many river activities, swimming, tubing, and canoeing. We provide many options for your wedding and other events. If you want a peaceful place to relax, spend time with family, simply enjoy the beauty of the surrounding area, or host a killer event, Hazard Mill Farms is the perfect place for you. All of our rental spaces are available for your special event. Visit hazardmillfarm.com to reserve today.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal Cardinals. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball camps are coming up soon. The Cardinals baseball camp is designed to help the up-and-coming baseball player learn the skills they see used at Bing Crosby Stadium every day by the Front Royal Cardinals baseball players. Leading the camp this year will be the Front Royal coaching staff and players. They have designed the camp to help the campers learn how to master proper fundamentals in a fun and exciting atmosphere. Top-level collegiate baseball players from around the country will be instructing your child on how to play like players do in college. Each camper receives daily individual instruction lectures and demonstrations, individual camp awards, quality coaching, cookout with players the last day of each camp, free passes to all Cardinal home games, and campers will be recognized at Camp Recognition Night. All camps are located at Bing Crosby Stadium in Front Royal. Campers should bring a glove or mitt, baseball shoes, a favorite bat, batting gloves, hat, practice pants, and t-shirt. We ask that all parents please write campers' names on all items. The Front Royal Cardinals are not responsible for loss or damage of any camper's belongings. The Fundamentals Day Camp will be from June 20th through 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Pitchers and Catchers Camp will run from June 27th through the 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each camp is $75 for a registration fee, or both is $140. Sign your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals!
What makes a place great? Is it an incredible landscape, unique in the world, carved over the eons into rolling mountains and gentle valleys? Is it the rivers that sing and shout and flow into breathtaking chasms? Is it the trails that lead over hills and to the edges of beautiful views? Is it the natural places and things, big and small, and the outdoor places that people have enjoyed for generations? Or is it the people themselves, the people who've turned this land into an inviting refuge for art and culture and festivals and celebrations of all the things that make life great? The people who make food grown fresh and served with creativity and care, who make wine and beer and donuts from scratch. People who have shown travelers from all over the world all of the things there are to do and see and experience. What if greatness wasn't one of these things, or even a few of these things, but all of them together?
This message is brought to you by Warren County Government.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal.
You're listening to Front Royal Cardinals Baseball.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Turn Let's go with the solo home run.
Live on StretchInternet.com and on the Royal Examiner website.
It is lined out into center field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a grand slam into center field.
The 2022 Front Royal Cardinals season is presented by the Wines family in Wines Bookkeeping, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Rotary Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woodstock Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, Reaching Out Now, and the Front Royal Little League.
That is hit on the direction of left field. Now, did he make the catch? He did.
Now, here's the pregame show, live from Bing Crosby Stadium.
Indeed, it is a glorious evening here at Bing Crosby Stadium for what is the Front Royal Little League night here at the Bing. A lot of festivities going on the Cardinals side of the field at the third base side on the concourse here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to you from Bing Crosby Stadium. Cameron McLeland, who will soon be alongside Matthew Wiseman, will be joining us in just a moment as all interns were called to put all hands on deck this evening as concessions needed some help this evening, and I, alongside Matthew, we both got tied down there, and I had to slip away in order to start the pregame show this evening. So Matthew will be joining us in just a moment for his analysis of what he may have saw before we got called down to help out with concessions this evening. In the meantime, we got some pregame stats and the starting lineups for both teams. But before we go into that, we'd like to thank this evening's sponsor, the Front Royal Little League, for sponsoring this evening's game. And again, they are sponsoring this evening's game, and all of the festivities that will go on this evening are in part by the Front Royal Little League. For more information on them, you can find them at 50 Stadium Drive, which is exactly where Bing Crosby stands in Front Royal, Virginia, 22630. You can call them at 540-636-7440. That is 540-636-7440. You can email them at frllbaseball@gmail.com. Again, that is frllbaseball@gmail.com. You can even find them online at that same username on their email, frllbaseball.com. Once again, that is frllbaseball.com. In the meantime, we got some pregame amenities to attend to. Here is the Woodstock starting lineup for this evening's game. In the leadoff spot, the center fielder, a 6'2 switch hitter, 186-pound junior out of the U in Miami, hometown of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, number 28, Jacoby Long. In the two spot, the right fielder, number 5, Kyle Ashworth, a lefty batter, righty thrower, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore out of Long Beach State College, hometown of Tustin, California. In the third spot, the third baseman, a righty, number 11, Jose Hernandez, 6'2", 190-pound freshman out of Miami-Dade Community College at Kendall, hometown of the great city of Miami, Florida. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, number 9, Tristan Moore, a lefty, 6'3", 190-pound sophomore out of Palm Beach State College, hometown of Coronado, California. In the 5 spot, the left fielder, number 6, R.J. Stinson, a righty, 5'10", 215-pound senior out of William Carey University, hometown of Pine Bluff, Arizona. In the 6th spot, we have the catcher, number 22, Justin Walks, a switch-hitting batter, righty thrower, 6'2", 200-pound sophomore out of Nova Southeastern University, hometown Pembroke Pines, Florida. In the 7th spot, the first baseman, number 24, Jacob Williams, a righty, 6'3", 230-pound junior out of Middle Tennessee State University, hometown of the great city of Lynchburg, Virginia. In the 8th spot, Second baseman number 10, Jalen Buster, a righty, 5'11", 175-pound junior out of JMU Go Dukes, hometown of Roanoke, Virginia. And ending things off for the lineup here for the River Bandits this evening, the shortstop, number 7, Frankie Ritter, a righty, 5'10", 170-pound senior out of Shenandoah University, hometown not too far away from here, Stevens City, Virginia. The Woodstock River Bandits are coming off of a one-game losing streak yesterday evening, playing the Cardinals at Central High School's baseball field, falling to the visiting Cardinals then 9-5. We'll get more into that into the Cardinals segment of this pregame show. Their next game will fall on Tuesday, June 21st, against the Purcellville Cannons at Central High School. They'll go on a two home game stretch before traveling back here into the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium on Thursday. They will play in that home game stretch. They will play the Purcellville Cannons on Tuesday and the Winchester Royals on Wednesday, again before traveling to Front Royal here again at Bing Crosby Stadium on Thursday. In the meantime, this evening's game, June 18th, 7 o'clock is the start time here for the River Bandits and the Cardinals. In the meantime, the River Bandits sitting at a team combined batting average of .251. Most games a player has taken part in is 13 out of 442 at-bats. 73 runs have scored. 111 hits have been scored. They do have, in fact, 48 walks and 184 strikeouts here going into this evening's game. In the meantime, the starting pitcher for the River Bandits, Jacob Fiver, coming into this game with 3 games to started. He's coming into this game with 5 1/3 innings under his belt. And in that time, he's recorded 6 runs on those 6 hits. All of those runs being earned, so 6 earned runs off of 6 total runs and 6 hits as well. Pretty easy to follow there so far. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He is 0-1 coming into this game with a ERA of 10.12. Coming into the game, the batting leaders for the Woodstock River Bandits in first place will be Jose Hernandez, with a .383 batting average. Coming after him will be Jacoby Long at a .368, followed by Tristan Moore with a .317. And in the last spot will be Nate Cronus with a .286. Those are the top 4 for the River Bandits so far this season. On the home run category, with 3 home runs is Tomas Sanchez. Following him in a tie for second is Jose Hernandez and Nate Cronus for a tie at second place. In the RBI column, Tomas Sanchez with 9, R.J. Stinson with 8, Tristan Moore with 6, Tristan Moore with 7, Jacoby Long with 6. The pitching leaders for the River Bandits coming into this evening's game, Isaac Wengert with 2 wins on the season. Following him, Tyler Wilkinson, as well as Dario Herrera and Kellen Hoover, all in a tie for second place with 1 win on the season. In the meantime, Christian Gordon leading out things in the strikeout column at 18 so far this season. Following him is Ryan Braderick with 12. Hoover again with 10, and Wilkinson with 9. The ERA leaders, we have 2 in a tie for first place. Steven Pena with a perfect 0 ERA, as well as Hunter Smith, also with a 1.0 ERA. We have Hoover again, and Gordon rounding out in fourth place with a 1.39 ERA. We will take a sideline here in a moment. We will come back to you with the Front Row Cardinals starting lineups and player stats here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. We return to you right after these messages.
The Knights of Columbus. Catholic men building the bridge back to faith. There's much work to be done in this world. Good work, necessary work. And that's what the Knights do every day. assisting the sick and disabled, protecting those who can't protect themselves. Whether they are next door or halfway around the world, this is the journey we are on, our path. We do it to be better husbands, fathers, sons, neighbors, and Catholics. We invest our time, our effort, and our resources into our values: charity, unity, fraternity, patriotism. We come from many places and backgrounds and stages in our lives, but we are all of one faith. It's one thing to say who you are, it's another to live. Put your values into action. That's what we do at the Knights of Columbus. That's who we are.
Woods Cove Assisted Living has been working with families for over 15 years to offer quality care to patients who need additional support. We concentrate on working with our residents in need of this kind of support and delivering health care and other essential services in the solace of their new home. Our demonstrated track record of providing improved quality of life for our residents is evident in the satisfaction our families feel and the contentment our residents experience daily. We focus on quality health care that is family-centered and involve you, their family, in their health care plan. We understand that the services we provide should reflect the care a family member would afford our residents. Contact us at 540-636-6611 or visit us at 201 West Kreiser Road in Front Royal. At Woods Cove, your family is our family.
The Wines family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take our care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals radio network.
Green 2 Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal Cardinals. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball camp is coming up soon. The Cardinals baseball camp is designed to help the up-and-coming baseball player learn the skills they see used at Bing Crosby Stadium every day by the Front Royal Cardinals baseball players. Leading the camp this year will be Front Royal coaching staff and players. They have designed the camp to help the campers learn how to master proper fundamentals in a fun and exciting atmosphere. Top-level collegiate baseball players from around the country will be instructing your child on how to play like players do in college. Each camper receives daily individual instruction lectures and demonstrations, individual camp awards, quality coaching, cookout with players the last day of each camp, free passes to all Cardinal home games, and campers will be recognized at Camp Recognition Night. All camps are located at Bing Crosby Stadium in Front Royal. Campers should bring a glove or mitt, baseball shoes, a favorite bat, batting gloves, hat, practice pants, and t-shirt. We ask that all parents please write campers' names on all items. The Front Royal Cardinals are not responsible for loss or damage of any camper's belongings. The Fundamentals Day Camp will be from June 20th through 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Pitchers and Catchers Camp will run from June 27th through the 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each camp is $75 for a registration fee, or both is $140. Sign your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals! On this Little League night here at Bing Crosby Stadium, we remind you that Front Royals 2 camps coming up this coming week and the week following are still open for sign-ups and registration. A reminder that the Fundamentals Day Camps will be running from June 20th through the 23rd. That is next Monday through Wednesday. So make sure if you have not signed your child up yet to do so right away, as that one is coming up in just 2 days. Pitchers and Catchers Camp running June 27th through the 29th, which is the following Monday through, I believe it's Wednesday. Both camps run from 9:30 to 12:30. Camps are $75 each, or both are $140. If you would like to sign your child up, there are registration forms available at the stadium and online at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. And you can mail that information to the Front Royal Cardinals Baseball Organization at 382 Morgan's Ridge Road in Front Royal, Virginia, 22630, or at phone at 703-244-6662, or you can email that information to Donna Settle, the baseball operations manager here at Front Royal Cardinals Baseball, at donna.settle@icloud.com. I'm now joined by my partner, Matthew Wiseman, who will take us into the Front Royal Cardinals starting lineups here for this evening's game between the River Bandits.
Hello all and good evening. Tonight for your Front Royal Cardinals, leading off will be center fielder Dallas Height, a senior from Penn State Harrisburg out of Lilly, Pennsylvania. He's a righty-righty, 6'2", 205. Hitting two, playing short today will be the lefty-righty, 6 foot, 175-pound senior out of the University of West Florida, Trent Jeffcoat. He's from Pensacola, Florida. Hitting third tonight out of Andrew College, the sophomore from Parkland, Florida, the lefty-righty, 6 foot, 195-pound Jack Hay, playing first base tonight. Cleaning up for the Cardinals tonight will be JoJo Jackson, the right fielder. He's a switch hitter, lefty thrower, 6'3", 225. He's a sophomore from Georgia State University out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Hitting fifth tonight will be the left fielder Carlton Harper, making his Bing Crosby debut. He's a lefty-righty, 6'1", 200 pounds out of LIU Post. He's a senior from Canton, Michigan. Hitting sixth, playing third base tonight out of Longwood University, the senior out of South Chesterfield, Virginia, the third baseman Drew Camp. Hitting seventh tonight, DHing will be Henry Novicki. He is a senior out of Bucknell University from Wallopin, Pennsylvania. He's a lefty-righty, 6'3", 175 pounds. Hitting eighth tonight, playing second base, the junior out of University of North Georgia from Roswell, Georgia, Connor Frost, righty-righty, 6 foot, 185. Cleaning up the lineup tonight, or finishing out the lineup tonight, will be Brody Popple. He will be behind the dish tonight for the first time in a while. Switch hitter, righty thrower, 5'11", 188 pounds. He's from Tallahassee, Florida. He is a sophomore from Florida A&M. Finally tonight for your Front Royal Cardinals on the mound will be the righty-righty, 6'2", 200 pounds sophomore from Canisius College, Tyler Greenleaf.
The Cardinals come into this game on a 2-game win streak, previously beating the Newmarket Rebels here in the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium, 8-5 on Thursday, then traveling to, believe it or not, the Woodstock River Bandits yesterday evening for a 9-5 win over the River Bandits on their own territory. As we come to you, it is the River Bandits versus the Cardinals here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Saturday, June 18th. Tomorrow is Sunday. And in fact, tomorrow, speaking of tomorrow, we have a doubleheader here at Bing Crosby Stadium. The Cummington Lumberjacks come to town to face the Front Royal Cardinals here. In doubleheader action, games start at 4:30 and 7. We will hit the airwaves for game number 1 at approximately 4:05. And the Cardinals will then face, following that on Tuesday, they will face the Winchester Royals at Jim Barnett Park in Winchester. In the meantime, the Cardinals again picking up a 2-game win streak so far, coming into this game again beating Newmarket 8-5 here on Thursday, and again the Woodstock River Bandits on the road last night 9-5 in what was a back and forth game. It mainly sent at a tie at some points. Woodstock took a couple of leads from what I saw. I checked in around maybe the third inning, I think is what it was, and it was a back and forth affair, and the Cardinals, thankfully for us, came out on top of the 9-5 victory. In the meantime, bouncing off a 3-game losing streak with a 2-game win streak so far is pretty good for the Cardinals coming into this one. The Cardinals are batting a team total average of 253 out of 356 at-bats. 56 runs have scored. 90 hits have been put on the season. 61 walks in the meantime and 110 strikeouts. The starting pitcher for the Cardinals this evening, as my partner Matthew Wiseman said, is Tyler Greenleaf, who comes into this game with 2 games total. Has not started yet, so this is his first start as a Cardinal this season. Coming into the game with 3 2/3 total innings pitched. He's given up a hit, no runs, and of course, none of those runs are earned as he hasn't given up any. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts on the season for an ERA, get this, of 0. As, again, he has not given up any runs. In the meantime, the batting leaders for the Front Royal Cardinals, JoJo Jackson has been taken over at first in the batting average, as that will call up Carlton Harper at a perfect 500. I believe he batted yesterday with a 2 for 4. So not a bad start to Harper in his Cardinal career. In the meantime, JoJo Jackson rounds out at second with a 423. So his batting average came up from Thursday. And Noah Carter coming in at third with a 400. Trent Jeffcoat rounding out fourth with a 350. Dallas Height with 2 home runs on the season. JoJo Jackson rounding out with a tie at first for with 2 as well. Jack Hay in third place with 1. For RBIs, Jack Hay with 7. Dallas Height tying him with 7. JoJo Jackson with 6. Riley Frost with 3. Grant Adams and a 4-way tie so far for pitching leaders for wins, with Adams is Justin Reebok, Alex Sakis, and Sam Huff. Kevin Warnick with 15 strikeouts on the season. Bryce Fisher trailing him by 1 with 14. Grant Adams and Alex Sakis tied in the third-place spot with 10. Coltrane Ribner leads off the ERAs with the lowest ones at a tie with Tyler Greenleaf with 0. Jack Cosa with a 253 rounding out third place, and Grant Adams coming in fourth with a 270. So it'll be Jacob Favre starting things off with a 10.125 ERA, 5 1/3 innings pitched, and 4 strikeouts on the season. We'll start things off here for the Newmarket Rebels. We thank the Front Royal Little League for sponsoring this evening's game, as we will return to you right after these messages on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements.
The Wines family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take our care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to enjoy many river activities, swimming, tubing, and canoeing. We provide many options for your wedding and other events. If you want a peaceful place to relax, spend time with family, simply enjoy the beauty of the surrounding area, or host a killer event, Hazard Mill Farms is the perfect place for you. All of our rental spaces are available for your special event. Visit hazardmillfarm.com to reserve today. Green 2 Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
Overlooking the scenic Shenandoah River in a lovely sylvan setting, our campus is spacious, yet inviting, rich in culture, beauty, and history. It is a setting well suited for our time-tested Catholic liberal arts curriculum, the same education that has inspired and produced the greatest men and women of Christendom over the past 2,000 years. Inside and outside the classroom, you will experience an integrated life. Here, you will strengthen your intellect in such a powerful way that you will have the ability to master any subject, no matter how complex the vocational calling. You will thrive in a supportive and Christ-centered culture dedicated to helping you realize your potential. Our education is not an education for the faint of heart, but for those willing to accept the bold and challenging call from God to become the great men and women that He wants them to be. Dare to join us. Dare to be great.
Green 2 Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
Tyler Greenleaf will start things off this evening for the Cardinals on the bump as we will get set here on Little League night here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Leading off things for the Woodstock River Bandits will be Jacoby Long, the center fielder, switch hitting 6'2", 185-pound junior out of the U in Miami. As Greenleaf sets and will deal the opening pitch of Little League night. That's popped up, playable. Brody Pop looks to read. He will make that catch, and out number one off of the first pitch. Here we go into batter number 2, Kyle Ashworth, playing right field.
Be an athlete there, Brody. Make the play. Tough play for a catcher to always have to take off his mask, look up, try and find the ball out of that stance. But he did a nice job right there. I think the only thing he might have wanted to do differently is he kind of caught it, jabbing at it. He would have wanted to kind of underhand that as the first pitch to Ashworth as a strike.
Ashworth playing right field this evening for the River Bandits, a 6', 180-pound sophomore lefty batter out of Long Beach State College, hometown of Tustin, California, as he will look at that one go by for ball one. The count is now even at a down count, 1 ball, 1 strike here for Ashworth, his opening at bat of the game. Comes into the game 2 for 7. That's a .285 batting average with 1 RBI on the season. Here comes the 1-1. That's missed for ball 2. So the count is now 2 balls and a strike here for Kyle Ashworth, opening at bat of the game. Again, 1 out is on the board in this top half of the first. No score yet as the leadoff batter popped foul, and it was caught by Brody Popple. That one will miss for ball 3. So the count is now 3-1 here for Ashworth. Batter number 2 in the lineup, Kyle Ashworth facing Greenleaf. Here comes the 3-1, is missed for ball 4, and the count will work in Ashworth's favor. He will walk the 90-foot Walk of Fame to first, and Tyler Greenleaf picks up walk number 1 on the evening as the River Bandits will call up Jose Hernandez, the third baseman, to the plate.
Yeah, something interesting that I love to watch as time progresses here is you said earlier in the pregame that this is Greenleaf's first start. Normally he's coming out of the bullpen or he's coming in relief, however you want to say that. So it'll be interesting to see here how he can start off as that one's delivered for a strike.
Hernandez looks like he wanted to make a cut at that and didn't, but unfortunately for him, that would have been a golden opportunity to make a cut regardless of what would have happened as he faces an 0-1 now on the next pitch. 1 out down, top of the first. Runner on first is respectively Ashworth off of a walk. In the meantime, that pitch will miss for ball 1. The count now evens at a down count, 1 ball, 1 strike here for Hernandez, opening at bat of the game. He comes into the game with an 18.47 ERA. That's a .382, 1 home run and 5 RBIs in the process. Throw back to first is, in the meantime, is not in time. So we have a 1-ball, 1-strike count now for Jose Hernandez. His opening at bat of the game, batter number 3 in the lineup for the Riverman. It says that pitch is delivered and downstairs for ball 2. The count is now up for Hernandez at a 2-1 count on the next pitch. The runner is Kyle Ashworth off of a walk. So Greenleaf sets and will deal the 2-1. That is cracked in directional right. Will drop just fair for a base hit. In the meantime, JoJo Jackson scoops that up and will make a bomb of a throw. It will roll through the infield grass, and it will be stopped by the third baseman, Drew Camp, to cut the runner off at second. So it is the first hit of the game for the Riverman. It's off of a Jose Hernandez hit. That's hit number 19 on the season, as they will call up their cleanup batter, DH Tristan Moore, to the plate.
Yeah, you could tell that Greenleaf was a little disappointed that one fell because he actually forced weak contact there. It just fell in for a base hit into right field and barely fair. So tough break for Greenleaf. Hopefully he can work out of a first and second jam here only in the first inning to the cleanup hitter, Tristan Moore, the DH.
That one is up rather through the strike zone. My apologies for strike one. It looked like he wanted to make a cut regardless and inevitably didn't. So the count is 0-1 here to start things off here for Tristan Moore. He is 13 for 41 coming into this at-bat. There's a 317. He's got 7 RBIs on the season as Greenleaf looks back at second. Nobody home to make a play, makes the pitch. That will miss. It almost looks like a little bit of a curve in that one for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, he just missed the backdoor curve right there. I think he wanted that call. It looked like it could have gone either way. It went for a ball. So now with a 1-1 count, Tristan Moore can be a little more decisive than he would have been able to with an 0-2 count as the 1-1 is dealt and it's away for a ball, 2-1.
There are 2 runners on first and second, respectively. For the Riverman, it is Jose Hernandez off of the first hit of the game and Kyle Ashworth on second following a walk. As it is a 2-1 count now for Tristan Moore coming into this opening at bat of the game. Greenleaf sets, looks back at second. Nobody home to make a play at second. Here comes the 2-1 that is cracked in the direction of left. 3 Cardinals players chasing it. It will be Drew Camp the closest, but the play will not be made in foul territory as the count will now go in an even count down at 2 balls, 2 strikes here for the cleanup hitter here. 1 out down in the top of the first, no score yet. However, the River Bandits are threatening early on with 2 runners on base as their cleanup hitter is struggling so far. However, both have fought back from an 0-1 count to either get the walk or get a 3-1 hit.
Yeah, he's still in a good spot here because 2-2, you don't want to fill the count at 3-2, so he's going to throw something in the zone here, but he gets him to chase out of the zone. The runners move on to second and third with no throw from Brody. So ball was in the dirt, got the swing and a miss. Now with 2 gone here in the inning, they just need 1 out to get out of this with the 5-hitter, R.J. Stinson, coming to the plate.
R.J. Stinson coming up as the left fielder, righty, 5'10", 215-pound senior out of William Carey University, hometown of Pine Bluff, Arizona, as bags have now been shifted from a first-second stand to a second-third stand. On third, it is respectively Kyle Ashworth. On second, it is Jose Hernandez. Again, the River Bandits have 1 hit on the night as pitch number 1 of the at-bat is dealt downstairs for ball 1. Jose Hernandez picking up the first hit of the evening for the River Bandits. That was a pop that just stayed fair into right field. So Greenleaf sets, looks at third. We'll take a look at the batter. We'll deal the 1-0. That is missed for ball 2. So the count is 2-0 to start things off here for Stinson, opening at bat of the game. Again, a 2-0 count, 2 outs down, top of the first, no score yet. However, the River Bandits are threatening second and third right now as Greenleaf will set and will deal the 2-0. That is missed again, almost in the exact same spot as the previous 1 or 2. For the count now to be 3-0 with 2 outs down. And this is something we don't want to start out with for Greenleaf. First start of the season. Possibly could load the bags on the next pitch.
Yeah, but luckily he can load the bags because in a 3-0 count, you almost just don't want to give in and face the next hitter here as the 3-0 is dealt and it's over the zone, hit the upper part of the zone for a strike. But as I was saying, if he didn't want to give in and throw a strike and just face the next batter, he easily could have with the base open right there, still with 2 outs. So it could have hurt him, but they still would have needed a hit either way.
I think R.J. Stinson thought that was a ball, as that one is pitched and missed for ball 4. So this time R.J. Stinson will walk the 90-foot walk of fame. But the pitch before, he was about to make his advance, and the home plate umpire said, nope, that's a strike. There are 2 outs on the board in this top half of the first. No score yet, but bags are loaded here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Starting off with at third, it's number 5, Kyle Ashworth off of a walk. Jose Hernandez at second with the only hit the River Bandits have gotten so far, and it's their first hit of the game. And lastly, on first, it is number 6, R.J. Stinson off the previous walk, as the new batter, the catcher Justin Walks, comes up and faces a ball on that one.
Early pitching visit from Clint Marsh here, who is the head coach, but he is a pitching coach for his regular job, so I guess he's just trying to settle Greenleaf down here and get him to throw it over, because the last thing you want is to start walking guys only in the first inning. So he has 2 walks already on the inning and 1 weak contact single. So hopefully he can get out of this with 2 outs and nobody coming across the plate for the River Bandits.
Clint Marsh is the pitching coach at North Carolina Wesleyan College. I believe that's more towards the southern part of North Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a pitching coach there, and he has had experience in the Valley League. Last year, he was a pitching coach for the Waynesboro Generals, as pitch number 2 for the at-bat is through the strike zone for strike 1. But he's no stranger to the Valley League this season, as last season he indeed was a pitching coach for the Waynesboro Generals, who I believe the Cardinals faced in a doubleheader last year due to COVID scheduling procedures. So that one pops, hits him in the shoulder. So 1 run will score off of that, as he will be safe at first. The River Bandits get on the board first here. It's a 1-0 ball game in the top half of the first, and we'll see another visit from Clint Marsh, this time for a completely different reason, as that ball ricocheted off of Tyler Greenleaf, off of his right shoulder, it appeared.
Yeah, I think this is just going to check on him. They're not looking to take him out unless he feels like he needs to be taken out here. So hopefully he can stay in this ball game, because that's very, very early to try and get a new pitcher going with only 2 outs early here in this first inning.
And they will call the trainer out. Coach Marsh stepping off of the mound dirt, as he will signal to the dugout
to get someone warming in the bullpen right now, as I think they're looking to get someone going, because Greenleaf might not finish this inning if he's not feeling it, or he'll try and push through the rest of this inning, but definitely will not go out for the next one.
He, in fact, has 1 more out to record, and unfortunately he's had at least two chances to make that happen, and just unfortunately that has not worked out for him, as the Cardinals trainer for this season will come out and take a look at what Greenleaf's condition will be. In the meantime, we will take a quick sideline for a 10-second pause for a station identification on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
So if you are just joining us, a reminder that the Front Royal Little League is sponsoring this evening's game. We thank you to those who made this possible, especially all of the operations staff here at the Front Royal Cardinals organization, for making such what has been a hectic evening so far, on the lower concourse at least, into a great event for people of all ages, whether you're a Little League star or you are a Little League star of the past. And the infielders will take a convergence away from the mound, and Tyler Greenleaf has been taken with the trainer, so he will come out. And Clint Marsh remaining on the mound. We will bring a new pitcher out. In the meantime, we'll take a quick sideline, and we will pause for a few words from our sponsors. Right after this break, we will give the identity of the new pitcher, and unfortunate news for Tyler Greenleaf coming out just 2/3 of an inning in, unfortunately due to an injury. We take a break here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. We return to you following this pitching change.
Overlooking the scenic Shenandoah River in a lovely sylvan setting, our campus is spacious, yet inviting, rich in culture, beauty, and history. It is a setting well-suited for our time-tested Catholic liberal arts curriculum, the same education that has inspired and produced the greatest men and women of Christendom over the past 2,000 years. Inside and outside the classroom, you will experience an integrated life. Here, you will strengthen your intellect in such a powerful way that you will have the ability to master any subject, no matter how complex the vocational calling. You will thrive in a supportive and Christ-centered culture dedicated to helping you realize your potential. Our education is not an education for the faint of heart, but for those willing to accept the bold and challenging call from God to become the great men or women that He wants them to be. Dare to join us. Dare to be great.
The Wines family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
If you're just joining us on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network, we come back to you following a pitcher change, only 2/3 of an inning into the game, but it is due to unfortunate circumstances. The starting pitcher, Tyler Greenleaf, did get drilled by a hit off of the bat in his right shoulder. In his place will be Chase Stanhope, a righty, 6'3", 195-pound junior out of the University of West Florida, hometown of Pensacola, Florida. I believe this is his first bit of action at Bing Crosby. If not, then I obviously can't remember. In the meantime, Stanhope coming into 2 total appearances. No starts for him yet. Pitched 6 total innings, 4 hits on the season, 6 runs, given up 2 of them being earned, 3 walks and 7 strikeouts, and he is 1-0 on the season with a total ERA coming into the game at a perfect 300 on the dot as we return to play here. It will be Jacob Williams, the first baseman, a righty, 6'3", 230-pound junior out of Middle Tennessee State, hometown of Lynchburg, Virginia. So bags are unloaded here at Bing Crosby Stadium early on in this game. 2 outs on the board. Here comes the pitch. That is missed for ball 1. So the count starts up 1-0 for walks here in his opening, or my apologies, for Williams, rather, in his opening at-bat of the game.
Yeah, tough situation right here for Stanhope to come into as he deals the 1-0. Low 2-0. Bases loaded with 2 outs, so luckily he only needs to get an out without worrying about any runners coming across the plate, but never easy to have to warm up in that short of a time period and try and come into this game as he sets for the 2-0 and is dealt low and in 3-0. He's in danger of walking in a run.
River Bandits lead 1-0 now in this top half of the first. Again, a 3-0 count coming to Jacob Williams, the first baseman, as Stanhope will set and deal it. That's upstairs and missed ball 4, and it is now a 2-0 ball game off of the walk. That'll bring up the 8th batter in the lineup, Jalen Buster, playing second base, a righty, 5'11", 175-pound junior out of JMU, hometown of Roanoke, Virginia. And bags remain loaded here at Bing Crosby Stadium. 1 more out is needed to retire this side here in this top half of the first. Cardinals have given up 2 so far, as Tyler Greenleaf coming out on the previous, or just before the previous at-bat, as that one's down the strike zone for strike 1. It's the first strike pitched by Stanhope this game so far. It's pitch number 5, as Jalen Buster coming into the game 5 for 24. That's a 208 batting average. He's been a part of 4 RBIs on the season, as a 1-0 will face him as Stanhope sets and deals. That is popped playable. Looks to be playable over in the area of first. JoJo Jackson makes the call and dives to the ground. Out number 3 is recorded, and the side is retired, but not before the River Bandits strike first with 2 runs. The Cardinals will go into the bottom half of the frame, trailing 2-0 here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. We return to you after these messages from our sponsors. Again, the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network is presented this evening by the Front Royal Little League here at Bing Crosby Stadium, especially. And we thank the Front Royal Little League for all they do for the children of the town of Front Royal and Warren County and the surrounding areas as well. As we return to you, it's a 2-0 ball game here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. The River Bandits lead of the homestanding Front Royal Cardinals going into the middle of the first.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55 plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
We return to action here at Bing Crosby Stadium. For the Rivermen, starting off this evening will be Jacob Fiver on the mound. A righty, 6', 185-pound senior out of Shenandoah University, hometown of Chesapeake, Virginia. As we will get things started off here for the Cardinals. In the meantime, the leadoff batter is Dallas Height, the center fielder. A righty, 6'2", 205-pound senior out of Penn State, Harrisburg, hometown of Lilly, Pennsylvania.
Dallas Height.
This is the second game for the Cardinals in which Dallas Height has led off. Typically, it's either been Brody or one of the Frost brothers, but these last two nights have been Dallas Height, and it's worked out so far. So this pitch to him is over for a strike, 0-1.
Height coming into this game 7 for 33. That is a .212 batting average. 2 home runs and 7 RBIs in the process. He will cut and foul that one away. And 0-2 is the count on the next one for Height, his opening at bat of the game here. Fiver coming into the game with a 10.13 rounded ERA. That one will be popped and caught in the meantime. Out number 1 is recorded. A great effort by Height there, but unfortunately didn't just get over the outstretched arm of Fiver. And that'll bring up Trent Jeffcoat, the shortstop this evening. Jeffcoat coming into the game with a .350 batting average. He is 7 for 20 on the season. That's 3 RBIs in the process as well. First pitch to him is missed outside the strike zone for ball 1. So the count is 1-0 to start things off here for the shortstop in his opening at bat of the game. So Fiver sets on the mound and will deal the 1-0. That is down the strike zone for strike number 1. The count now evens at a down count. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Trent Jeffcoat, his opening at bat of the game. I did watch a little bit of the film from yesterday's game in Woodstock, and Trent did get a hit. I believe it was in the bottom, or my apologies, the top of the 4th, around the top of the 5th. It was somewhere in the middle as Jeffcoat faces 2-1 on the next one following that pitch, but it was indeed a good hit. I believe it was out to right field, and I also think it helped score a run, but again, I could be wrong. I'm not quite sure because I was in and out of it as 2-1 is dealt, and that one is down the strike zone just in the top left corner on our side for a strike 2, and the count now evens at a down count 2-2.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you when, but I know that Jeffcoat did end up getting an RBI, and I believe he went 3 for 4 last night against the River Bandits at Woodstock. So the 2-2 is dealt, and he swings and misses the ball in the dirt. He's tagged out by the catcher for a strike 3. There are now 2 outs, and that's the last thing the Cardinals wanted is give up 2 runs in the top half of the inning and then go down 1-2-3. So hopefully Jack Hay can maybe shift the agenda right here for the River Bandits and get a base knock to get JoJo Jackson up to the dish.
And speaking of the leadoff batters changing, another change has been made. Jack Hay, usually, if anything, he's the DH. Now he's playing first base again for the first time since around the first week of the season. As that one is cracked, bouncing ball to second. The play will be made at first in time, and out number 3 is recorded. So the Cardinals send 3 up and take 3 back here as we will Going to the top half of the second is a 2-0 ball game in the advantage of the Woodstock River Bandits. We take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. We return to you with a 2-0 ball game here in the top half of the second inning.
Woods Cove Assisted Living has been working with families for over 15 years to offer quality care to patients who need additional support.
Shenandoah Treehouse, Inspection Correction, Newman Real Estate, DDS, Custer Lawn Service, Virginia Farm Bureau, and Lindsay Chevrolet, the Coach Pitts Teams, Auto Center, Royal Auto Works, Woods Cove, Michael's Angels, Quality Title, L&B Portable, Land Appraisals, Melting Pot, and Smeltzer's Plumbing. All right, put your hands together for these little leaguers. We will be announcing more in the third inning.
Business services professionals.
We welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium. If you were joining us on the Royal Examiner's video feed, you just saw the Little Leaguers going through, and we return to you from the top half of the second, as it will be Chase Stanhope on the mound again following a early pitching change due to unfortunate circumstances for Tyler Greenleaf. His first start of the game not going particularly the way he wanted to. Got hit 2/3 of an inning in, and unfortunately had to come out due to his injuries. He is probably still getting checked out, if not getting the rehab he needs for that. In the meantime, we will come back to the River Bandits coming up. It will be the ninth batter in the lineup, Frankie Ritter, the shortstop, 5'10", 170-pound senior out of Shenandoah University, hometown of Stevens City, Virginia. The first pitch from Stanhope will be dealt and upstairs for ball one. So the guys now 1-0 start things off here for the ninth batter in the lineup, Frankie Ritter. Here comes the 1-0. That is missed, almost hits him, ball two. And the count is now 2-0 for Ritter. Ritter, go ahead.
For those of you watching on the Front Royal Examiner, as Cameron mentioned, the Little Leaguers just came out. That was T-ball. I believe Coach Pitch is going to be next, so you guys stay tuned to hear those wonderful sponsors and wonderful teams for coming out tonight and supporting the Front Royal Cardinals.
Ritter coming into the game with a 10 for 37 on the season. That's a 270. In the meantime, he will get walked off of a 3-0. In the meantime, he's got 4 RBIs as we will reround the lineup going back to Jacoby Long, the center fielder, who walked on the first, or I'm sorry, he's popped out on the first one.
Yeah, for those of you guys that have watched Front Royal Cardinals baseball either away or at home, whether you're coming to the game or whether you are watching online, as this one hits Jacoby Long, setting up first and second for the River Bandits. But this is one of the first games that the Frost brothers are not up the middle together, as Jeff Coate is at short and Connor Frost is at second. And Riley's not even playing in this game, which is, I believe, a first for the season that he's not playing, or maybe he did not play last game. I cannot remember. And then, as Cameron mentioned, in the bottom of the first inning, Jack Hayes playing first base, which we haven't seen in a while. He's been DHing, and they've had Drew Camp at first, but Drew is at third tonight, and Riley will be on the bench.
In fact, it has been a game of change here, as the Cardinals moving several players around. And in the meantime, it's runners on first and second for the River Bandits. That will bring up Ashworth, who walked earlier on in the game. He's looking for his first bit of action. He's faces a 1-0 on the next one following the pitch. In the meantime, the River Bandits lead at 2-0 here in this top half of the second inning. Chase Stanhope looking back at second. Nobody home to make the play. He will take another look back and deal the 1-0. That is missed again for ball two, and the count is now up for Ashworth 2-0 here early on in the at-bat.
The ump has a very tight strike zone, as we've seen early, and complaints from shortstop Trent Jeffcoat, as we've seen him put his hands up in the air twice now in this inning, wondering where the pitch missed, as the last one missed up, and so does this one, making it a 3-0 count. So now with Stanhope in a sticky situation, 3-0 to the two-hitter Ashworth, with runners already on first and second and nobody out.
So, in fact, if he gets walked, which we will see right now, he will not just yet, as that is down the strike zone, maybe clipped the edge of it for strike one. But if the batter Ashworth gets walked for the second time this game, the bags will be loaded for the second time this game. Here comes the 3-1. That's outside ball 4. And now the bags are loaded. Ashworth walked second time tonight. That'll bring up Jose Hernandez, who's got the only hit that the River Bandits have recorded so far in this evening's game.
No, the one that hit off of Greenleaf earlier will be considered a hit just because you can't call it an in or out on anyone. So River Bandits have, it should say 2 hits in that hit column up there.
Yeah.
I think they missed Hernandez's first one, so that one's popped foul to Hernandez for the first pitch of the at-bat.
And our press box operations manager, who also usually runs our scoreboard, I'm not sure if she's doing it tonight because of needs in the concession stand, as I mentioned earlier in the pregame show, as the pitch 0-1 is, or rather it's down the strike zone, strike 2. That one looked low, but then again, you never know. But she was expressing her concerns over adding the numbers in the hit column, saying we didn't have to do it last year, and the league is now requiring us to do it, which in my mind is just a little stupid, is pretty much what she said, as that's cracked to short. Play is in time at second. Play at first is in time for the out. What a play by Trent Jeffco to make that play at second and then gun it to first at Jack Hay. 2 outs on the board. However, 1 run does score in the process, as there will be now a runner on third as well. But in the meantime, what a play from Trent Jeffco to step on second and make the gun to first for a double play, as that one goes down the strike zone for strike number 1 here for Tristan Moore, the DH, in this second at-bat for him. Here comes the 0-1. That is down the strike zone again, strike 2. Count is now 0-2 here. 2 outs on the board, top of the second. It's a 3-0 ball game with a runner on third. Stanhope sets, deals the 0-2, and that is cut and missed. Bernie Papa will tag him off. A little bit of a juggle behind the plate, and out number 3 is recorded, but not before the River Bandits will add to that lead to make it a now 3-0 ball game in this top half of the second. We've played an inning and a half so far. We return to you in the bottom half of the second with a 3-0 ball game, rather, in the favor of the Woodstock River Bandits. Back to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network in just a moment.
What makes a place great? Is it an incredible landscape, unique in the world, carved over the eons into rolling mountains and gentle valleys? Is it the rivers that sing and shout and flow into breathtaking chasms? Is it the trails that lead over hills and to the edges of beautiful views? Is it the natural places and things, big and small, and the outdoor places that people have enjoyed for generations? Or is it the people themselves, the people who've turned this land into an inviting refuge for art and culture and festivals and celebrations of all the things that make life great? The people who make food grown fresh and served with creativity and care, who make wine and beer and donuts from scratch. People who have shown travelers from all over the world all of the things there are to do and see and experience. What if greatness wasn't one of these things, or even a few of these things, but all of them together?
This message is brought to you by Warren County Government.
A reminder that the County of Warren would like to remind you that Warren County offices will be closed on Monday, June 20th in observance of Juneteenth, as well as they will also be closed on Tuesday, June 21st for the Republican primary. Also, taxes are due no later than Friday, June 24th. Penalties and interest will begin accruing on Saturday, June 25th. In the meantime, we got a new batter up for the Cardinals here in this bottom half of the second. It is Joe Jackson, who will face a 1-0. That's popped into first. It will be flipped around. The play at first, however, will be in time as Jackson gets himself dirty. So out number one is recorded, but that was a nice little hit there by JoJo. Unfortunately, it just didn't work his way as that'll go from Jackson to the 5-hitter Carlton Harper with a 500 coming into the game. Playing left field, a 6'1", 200-pound senior out of Long Island University at post from Canton, Michigan.
Yeah, Carlton, this is his second game of the season. First was yesterday against Woodstock at Woodstock as the 0-0 is dealt, and it's in there for a strike as LIU, the college in which he goes to, just stated by Cameron, made regional, so he just got here yesterday. So congratulations to them on their successful season as that one's taken downstairs for a ball 1-1. And we're happy to have Carlton here. Hopefully he can produce like he did yesterday for the rest of the season.
Here comes the 1-1 that is popped up. Playable into left, will drop for a base hit. Carlton Harper, hit number 3 on the season. Make it up to 600 Carlton. He might want to do the Carlton dance after that one. I'm not quite sure. Either way, my corny puns aren't really that great. Anyway, there's one out on the board this bottom half of the second. Carlton Harper stands on first after a single into left. And that brings up the third baseman, Drew Camp. I'm still laughing at that, and I don't know why. I laugh at my own jokes because I think I'm funny, and I'm really not. Anyway, as Fiber will set up for the pitch, it's missed for ball 1. The count is now 1-0 to start things off here for Drew Camp and his opening at-bat of the game. Comes into the game 7 for 25. That's a 280. He's got 1 RBI. It's a throwback to first will not be in time.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that idea of doing the Carlton dance, not just for him, but for the team, you know? Every team has their own little celebration when they get a double or some sort of big hit, so maybe that can be the teams, and they could rally around that and just start hitting a little more, bring the energy up. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun to watch as Drew Camp faces a 2-0, and Favor gets the pitch. He deals, and it's ground ball to short. Looks too slow to get 2. He goes to first and in time for the out. So he'll just get 1 out there. Play goes 6-3, too slow to try and turn 2 there as Drew Camp heads back to the dugout, bringing up Henry Novicki, trying to drive in Carlton from second base.
Novicki is DHing this game, rather. Batting left, throwing right, a 6'3", 175-pound senior out of Bucknell, hometown of Wapwallopin, Pennsylvania. Coming into the game 6 for 25. That's a 240. He's got 3 RBIs on the season as the first pitch from Fiver will be dealt, and that is down the strike zone, clip the bottom edge for strike 1. And you can hear some Cardinals fans expressing their disgust for that call. The count is 0-1 here for Novicki in his opening at-bat of the game. The Cardinals have 1 on second now. It is Carlton Harper. Here comes the 0-1 that is cracked into left and looks to be foul. It will indeed be foul. So the count is 0-2 now for the DH Novicki here in his opening at-bat of the game. So Fiber will set. The batter Novicki faces 0-2 with 2 outs. He'll look back at second and deal the 0-2. That is missed downstairs, ball 1. It looked like Novicki wanted to take a cut at it, and it's a good thing he didn't, as he most likely could have been a cut and miss. In the meantime, it's a 1-2 strike count now with 2 outs down bottom of the second. Cardinals trail 3-0 over the visiting That was Thursday. The visiting Woodstock River Bandits, as the count now goes 2-2 off of that pitch that goes upstairs to the left on our view.
You got the R right.
No kidding.
That's basically it. Newmarket Rebels and Woodstock River Bandits, very, very different. I guess we're still living back on Thursday's win. Hopefully they can get win number 3 here against Woodstock, the second in a row against Woodstock, because this one's popped up to the left side and it will get out of play. Henry Novicki continues to face a 2-2 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. A lot of twos right here, and a runner on second base.
I will tell you, I just finished up an online class that started on May 23rd, just ended, well, technically for me on Thursday night on into Friday morning, if you want to say. And that's taken up so much time and so much energy that I've been kind of scatterbrained the last couple of weeks. As 2-2 is dealt, that's downstairs, ball 3, so the count fills. But Cardinals fans, if you just hear me mess up just something completely out of the blue or just something that's completely obviously wrong, just please bear with me. I'm going off of a half a brain cell at this point. As we face a full count with 2 outs down in the bottom half of the second, Henry Novicki's your man at the plate. Jacob Fiver, looking back at second, will set up and he will deal the payoff. That's cut and missed into the glove of Walks for strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 2 straight frames of nothing for the Cardinals here. As we go into 3, it is a 3-0 ball game, and the advantage of the visiting Woodstock River Bandits. Got it right this time. As we go into a break here, hopefully I'll get some brain power to my side, and we will take a sideline here in just a moment. Cardinals baseball back to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster.
National, Skyline Insurance, the Broadhead, Lindsay Chevrolet, Green to Ground, Cartlow Insurance, Williams Electric, and G&M Auto Sales. Put your hands together for these young men.
Your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals!
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it does.
And we welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium. The River Bandits starting things off with R.J. Stinson here. And his first pitch to him will be missed for ball 1. So the count is 1-0 to start things off here for Stinson. And his technically first at-bat of the game since he got walked in the previous. Did he get hit? Did I miss that? He did, in fact, get hit. So R.J. Stinson will walk the 90-foot walk of fame. That just seems like this whole game has been nothing but hits, regardless of hits on the bat or hits on the person. It's just been hit.
Justin walks up to the plate here for the River Bandits. He hit Greenleaf earlier in the first inning to knock him out of the ball game. I guess it hit him somewhere on the throwing hand or the shoulder or something like that. So he exited the ball game. As this pitch gets away, it will be a 1-0 count as Stanhope throws out one to the backstop. Walks ended up getting an RBI in that last at-bat and ended up continuing the inning to push a 2-0 lead for the River Bandits. Now they are up 3-0 as they scored in the previous frame. So the Cardinals and Stanhope are looking to keep the River Bandits scoreless here in the top of this third inning as the 1-0 is dealt and missed somewhere. I can't tell where that missed. It was a very good pitch by Stanhope, but umpire squeezing the zone here in these earlier innings for a 2-0 count to walks as the pitch is dealt, and it is 2-1.
So far, it seems like the only way the Cardinals will get a strike is if the River Bandits make contact and foul it, unfortunately for them. In the meantime, walks coming into the game, 4 for 17. That's a .235 batting average, 3 RBIs on the season as Stanhope sets and deals the 2-1. That is missed for ball 3 in the upper corner. And again, it just seems so far that the Cardinals can only get the River Bandits to get a strikes on their counts at bat is through foul balls, unfortunately, as 3-1 is dealt. Here comes, and it's missed for ball 4. So that'll be walk number 2 on the stat sheet. First one coming off an HBP, the second one actually going through the count, as that will bring up Jacob Williams to the plate. The first baseman, a righty, 6'3", 230-pound junior, Middle Tennessee State University is where he is enrolled, hometown of Lynchburg, Virginia. Stanhope deals the opening pitch of the at-bat. That's upstairs, ball 1, and in fact, Papa had to stand to catch it.
Yeah, this is Williams' second at-bat. In the first at-bat, he got an RBI off of a walk, bases-loaded walk, in the top of that first inning, facing Stanhope. So this is the second time he's facing Stanhope. They have officially gone completely through the order against Stanhope. So now a 2-0 count to Williams with first and second up and in and almost hit him, and it's 3-0. And we see action here in the Cardinal bullpen as Stanhope has been struggling to throw the ball across the plate. Whether or not he believes some of them are strikes, he's still quite wild right now. So hopefully he can get it going for just a few more batters as he walks the bases loaded here and not even close to the strike zone on any of those 4 pitches.
This, in fact, is the third time that the Cardinals have loaded bags here in this game. And might I add, every score that has come for the River Bandits in this game, the bags have been loaded.
Yeah, and out comes Clint Marsh. I'm assuming either to take him out or just give him a little pep talk. He's taking him out of the ball game. Stanhope exits this ball game only completing 1 1/3 innings. I believe he gave up 2 runs. One of them is on him, so he has 1 earned run. He gave up 2 runs in this ball game. He leaves with the bases loaded, and we will introduce the next pitcher when we come back. But any of those runs on the bags will be Stanhope, so that will affect his ERA. We will see you after the break.
Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
Woods Cove Assisted Living has been working with families for over 15 years to offer quality care to patients who need additional support. We concentrate on working with our residents in need of this kind of support and delivering health care and other essential services in the solace of their new home. Our demonstrated track record of providing improved quality of life for our residents is evident in the satisfaction our families feel and the contentment our residents experience daily. We focus on quality health care that is family-centered and involve you, their family, in their health care plan. We understand that the services we provide should reflect the care a family member would afford our residents. Contact us at 540-636-6611 or visit us at 201 West Kreiser Road in Front Royal. At Woods Cove, your family is our family.
And we welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium, where Chase Stanhope has been retired after an inning and a third here at Bing Crosby Stadium. And he has given up one run that run being earned. Let me try and speak here. That run being earned. 5 walks, 1 strikeout. He faced 10 batters. So the lineup, as my partner Matthew Wiseman said before the break, he did in fact round the lineup. But unfortunately, he did have to come in on a bit of a sticky situation where Tyler Greenleaf, coming out after only 2/3 of an inning off of an injury in his right shoulder, off of a hit that directly hit him in the shoulder. And now the Cardinals will call on usually a right fielder. Tonight, he has been put on the pitching list. Coltrane Rubner coming into the game with a 0 ERA, 1 1/3 innings under his belt, 2 strikeouts on the season, as the first batter to him will be Jalen Buster, the second baseman for the River Bandits, as Rubner sets and deals. That's missed outside, ball 1. So the count is 1-0 to start things off here for Rubner. For Buster, rather, in his second at bat of the game. 5 for 24 coming into the game. 208 batting average, 4 RBIs, as Rubner sets and deals the 1-0. That is missed downstairs, ball 2.
Bases loaded here for the Woodstock River Bandits as they're looking to score in 3 straight frames to open up this ball game. Now facing a new pitcher, which is never easy to do, in Coltrane Rubner, to try and get out of this jam. Now 3-0 to him. The Cardinals just looking to get someone to throw strikes here in this game, as the previous 2 have not been able to in Greenleaf and Stanhope, even though Greenleaf left early due to an injury or hopefully just some sort of bruise that he wasn't able to pitch through and he can get over it. But as this one's dealt in for a strike, 3-1, but Stanhope and Greenleaf are both struggling with their control to start out their outing. So hopefully Coltrane Rubner can come in and get the job done and throw some pitches over the plate for the Cardinals as the 3-1 is set and dealt for a strike, 3-2.
Buster coming into the at-bat, looking for his first bit of action. He's sitting 0 for 1 in this game so far. Season combining with the at-bat would be 5 for 25. My math serves me correct. That's around 200, 205 in that area. Here comes the payoff. That's a cut and miss. Strike 3 is called. Correct me if I'm wrong, partner. That's the first of the game for the Cardinals. Oh, my correction. That's 3. Oh, my goodness. That's a big flop on my part. Yep, everyone got one. Oh, look at me. That's first for him, though. Let's act like that didn't happen. In the meantime.
Yep, first strikeout for Coltrane. Big strikeout right there as he now faces the 9-hitter Frankie Ritter, who led off the last inning with a walk and ended up coming around to score. So hopefully Coltrane able to get some sort of double play ball or a strikeout right here as this ball's popped into center field. Dallas Height coming in on it. Runner tags from third, but he holds up. Now it looks like they got him in a pickle, and he gets back to the bag safely. So bags remain loaded with a huge line out to center field. Dallas Height coming in to make the grab. So Coltrane Rubner in a good spot to get out of this what seemed to be impossible jam with nobody scoring if he could just get another out here.
Jacoby Long, in the meantime, is the batter coming up. So the River Bandits have rounded the lineup 3 times in this game. A 3-0 score sits in their advantage here in this top half of the third. They also lead 2-1 or maybe 3-1 in the hit column, depending on if that board is right. First pitch in the meantime to Long is a strike, so it's 0-1 to start things off here for Long in his second at-bat of the game. Bags unloaded here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Rubner sets and deals the 0-1. That's downstairs, ball 1. The count now evens at a down count. 1-1 here for Jacoby Long. And he signaled to hold the runner at third. R.J. Stinson from coming to the plate because he realized that Brody Popple did make the stop. Here comes the 1-1. That's down the strike zone, strike two. The count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Long, and his second at-bat of the game, looking for his first bit of action. 2 outs on the board in this top half of the third is a 3-0 ball game where the River Bandits lead and have led since the first frame. Rubner's your man on the mound. He has been the third pitcher the Cardinals have had so far. As Long sets back in the batter's box, umpire gives the count. Here comes the 1-2 from Rubner. That's a cut and miss, strike 3. The ball will get back, but the play at first is in time. That should stop the run from scoring because the throw was, in fact, in time before the runner got by home plate. In fact, that was R.J. Stinson who was on third, and the side retires. It's the first goose egg that the River Bandits have been put up on by the Cardinals here in the top of the frame. As we sit in the top half of the third, it's a 3-0 ball game. Cardinals trail to the visiting Woodstock River Bandits going into the bottom half of the third. On Little League night here at Bing Crosby Stadium, we return to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network right after these messages.
The Knights of Columbus. Catholic men building a bridge back to faith. There's much work to be done in this world. Good work, necessary work. And that's what the Knights do every day. Assisting the sick and disabled, protecting those who can't protect themselves. Whether they are next door or halfway around the world, this is the journey we're on, our path. We do it to be better husbands, fathers, sons, neighbors, and Catholics. We invest our time, our effort, and our resources into our values: charity, unity, fraternity, patriotism. We come from many places and backgrounds and stages in our lives, but we are all of one faith. It's one thing to say who you are, it's another to really put your values into action. That's what we do at the Knights of Columbus. That's who we are.
The Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take our care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
And we welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium. We return to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network with the Cardinals trailing 3-0 here over the visiting Woodstock River Bandits here in the bottom half of the third inning, as the leadoff batter will in fact be Connor Frost, batter number 8 in the lineup, the second baseman, a 6-foot, 185-pound junior out of the University of North Georgia. Bases 1-0 on the first one, then 1-0 on the second one, as Frost looking up in the count from Jacob Fiver, the pitcher this evening for the River Bandits, been the starting pitcher, and he will deal the 2-0. That is down the strike zone, strike one. Connor Frost did, in fact, have to move his bat out of the way, or picked his arms up, rather. Looked like he tried to avoid being hit by it, but either way, the call is a strike, so it's 2-1 here. And here's the pitch that's cut and missed, strike 2. Connor Frost coming into his first at-bat of the game, 4 for 29 on the season coming into it. That's a 137 batting average, 2 RBIs in the process, as 2-2 is dealt now, and he will tip and foul that one away. So the count will remain where it is as an even count down for Frost, 2-2 here in this bottom half of the third, the leadoff batter facing 2-2. So Fiver will set and deal the 2-2, and that's cut. Bouncing ball, play at the mound is made, and it will be flipped to first in time for out number 1. So Frost makes contact with the ball, but unfortunately will not be able to convert it into a hit, as the catcher, Brody Popple, will come up, the 9th batter in the lineup. Switch hitting righty thrower, righty thrower, if I should make that more clear. 5'11", 188-pound sophomore out of FAMU, hometown Tallahassee, Florida. Popple coming into the game 7 for 30. That's a 233 batting average with 2 RBIs on the season. And his opening at bat, here comes the pitch from Fiver, which is a cut and miss for strike one. The count is 0-1 to start things off here for Popple in his opening at bat of the game. Here comes the 0-1. That is missed outside, ball one. The count now evens at a down count for Popple. 1 ball and 1 strike here for the catcher here. Fiver deals the 1-1. That is downstairs, ball 2.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of movement just over the season so far from the Cardinals, whether that's in the lineup or on the field defensively, as Brody has bounced away around from the outfield to catching, and now in the 9 spot as the pitch is up and away, ball 3-1. But Brody typically started the season as the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals, and now is in the 9 spot, which is typically looked at as the backup leadoff hitter, as the 3-1 is dealt low. So Brody gets on here. That will be the second base runner for the Cardinals. First walk for the Cardinals on the night, setting up the top of the lineup in Dallas Height.
I would like to remind everyone that the Cardinals did trail over the visiting Newmarket Rebels on Thursday 3-0. In the top half of the third is when the Rebels scored 2 to make it 3. The Cardinals scored in the bottom half of that, as the throwback to first is not in time. The Cardinals scored in the bottom half of that. And then really after that, the Rebels went unanswered until late in the game, where they scored 2 to make it an 8-5 ball game. So anything's possible for the Cardinals right now, as they've been in this situation before, but with an 0-1 to the original leadoff batter, Dallas Height, right now, and who is also looking for his first bit of action on the night. He is 0 for 1 off of an out earlier on in the game. That's cut and fouled away. So the count will now go down 0-2 for the leadoff batter playing in center field this evening.
Yeah, we definitely know that these Cardinals can make a 3-0 comeback, especially down early in this game. They have plenty of time to get the bats rolling, but a big thing that is the difference between the Newmarket Rebel game and this Woodstock River Bandit game, as Dallas Height faces the 0-2 and deals up 1-2. But the pitchers for the Cardinals in the first game against the Newmarket Rebels were at least forcing the Rebels to get themselves out and force contact, as the throw to first is not in time. But in this game so far, it looks like the pitchers have been struggling and just allowing the River Bandits to pick and choose what they want to hit, as there have been at least 3 walks and or a hit by a pitch, as this one's hit into left field, and it's being called, and the play is made by left fielder R.J. Stinson. So now 2 down, with Trent Jeffcoat coming to the plate for the Cardinals here in this bottom of the third.
You mean 1 down?
2.
Connor
Frost rounded out to the pitch.
Board's wrong again, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, Trent Jeffcoat coming up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far in the game. 7 for 20 coming into it. That's a .350. And now the board reads 2 outs. So I make myself look like an idiot yet again. So here we go. As Fiver will set and deal. It's missed for ball 1 to Jeffcoat. The count is 1-0 to start things off here for the shortstop here in his second at-bat of the game. He has got Brody Popple on first following a walk. As Fiver sets on the mound, deals the 1-0. That is down the strike zone for strike 1. The count now evens at 1 ball, 1 strike here, and a down count for Jeffcoat. Fiver coming with pitch number 42 on the night. Here comes it. And that's down the strike zone for strike 2. And the count is now down for Jeffcoat. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for batter number 2 in the lineup. 2 outs down, bottom of the third. No score for the Cardinals. River Bandits lead 3-0. As Fiver will set on the mound. And he will deal, but there's a timeout. Appears that Jeffcoat called the time just before the pitch was dealt. So nothing happens on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Jeffcoat. Down are the Cardinals in this game 3-0 over the visiting Woodstock River Bandits in this bottom half of the third. The River Bandits also lead in the hit column 2-1. Here comes the pitch. That's cut and missed. Strike 3. And that retires the side as we return to play in the top half of the fourth. It's a 3-0 ball game. The Woodstock River Bandits lead over the Front Row Cardinals here at Bing Crosby Stadium. We return to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network right after these messages.
The Knights of Columbus. Catholic men building a bridge back to faith. There's much work to be done in this world. Good work, necessary work. And that's what the Knights
So make some more noise for these young men.
It's one thing to say who you are, it's another to live it, to put your values into action. That's what we do at the Knights of Columbus. That's who we are.
We return to play here in this top half of the fourth inning. Cardinals trail 3-0 against the visiting Woodstock River Bandits here in this bottom half of the fourth inning. Or my apologies, the top half of the fourth inning. My mind is just everywhere right now. Top half of the fourth, Cardinals trail 3-0. Coltrane Rubner is your man on the mound still for the Cardinals. The third pitcher for the Cardinals in this game. First was Tyler Greenleaf to start things off, but he only got to play 2/3 of an inning before getting struck in the shoulder by a hit rather. And that brought up Chase Stanhope, who was taken out in the previous frame. And Coltrane Rubner has been called up. He was not in the original lineup to start things off,
Now batting for the River Bandits.
as he is now on the mound for the Cardinals. In the meantime, the River Bandits will call up number 5, Kyle Ashworth, the right fielder, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore out of Long Beach State. The first pitch to him is down the strike zone for strike 1, so the count is nothing. I want to start things off here for Ashworth and what would be his opening at-bat of the game, counting the walk he had earlier in the game.
Yeah, and Coltrane Rubner did a very, very good job last inning, getting out of the bases loaded, nobody out jam, allowing for his offense to try and get something going as they went down in 4 batters last inning. But he came in with bases loaded, nobody out, as this one's bounced foul towards first base, and then started the 8-hitter Jalen Buster off with a 3-0 count and came all the way back to strike him out, then getting a line out to center field that didn't advance the runners, and then a strikeout of Jacoby Long, the original leadoff hitter, to now bring up Kyle Ashworth, and kept them scoreless in that last frame as this pitch is missed up 2-2.
Count now evens at a down count, 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Ashworth. Again, his opening at-bat of the game, as he was walked earlier in the game. He's 2 for 7 coming into it, as the 2-2 is missed for ball 3. So Rubner deals the payoff, or will deal rather the payoff on the next pitch. Ashworth, in the meantime, 2 for 7 coming into the game. That's a .285 batting average, 1 RBI out of those 2 hits. As Rubner sets on the mound. Pitch number 18 coming, and he will be a payoff as that one's missed for ball 4. So that's ball number 9 on the night for Coltrane Rubner. And that will call up Jose Hernandez, the originally third batter in the lineup playing third base, 6'2", 190-pound freshman out of Miami-Dade Community College at Kendall from Miami, Florida. He got the first hit of the game for the River Bandits here. That was a pop into right that just about stayed fair. However, go ahead.
And his last at-bat, he grounded into a double play, courtesy of Trent Drefko, as he took it to the bag himself and made the play, as he that was a bases loaded at bat, and the River Bandits only struck for one run in that inning where they had bases loaded and nobody out.
Here comes the 1-0. That is missed for ball 2. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes here for Hernandez, who again is 1 for 2 on the night. Got the first hit for the River Bandits that just about stayed fair on the first base line in right field. That is thrown back to first. Not in time. However, Jack Hay playing first this evening was probably 3.5 feet or so in that area. All the way from the bag. That's pop, bouncing ball in the direction of short. The play at second will be in time. The play at first will not, however, if it wasn't even made, as a matter of fact. So it is a sacrifice hit to get the runner from first, Kyle Ashworth, out at second. Now it will be Jose Hernandez standing at first off of a bouncing ball hit that went to short. In the meantime, Tristan Moore coming up for the River Bandits, looking for his first bit of action. He is 0 for 2 coming into the game, 13 for 41 on the season. First pitch to him is fouled off on the left side, so count will start out 0-1 here for him.
Tristan Moore so far has struck out to end the. He struck out to become the second out of the first inning, and he struck out to end the second inning, and this is his third at bat. So, for his sake, he wants to not strike out again at anything but, as this one is fouled away, 0-2. So, puts himself in a hole to strike out yet again and get that hat trick, which is 3 strikeouts.
1 out is on the board here in this top half of the fourth. Cardinals trail 3-0 over the visiting Woodstock River Bandits. Coltrane Rubner, your man on the mound. Tristan Moore at the plate. Rubner sets and will deal the 0-2. That's downstairs, ball 1. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Tristan Moore, the designated hitter this evening. Runner on first is Jose Hernandez following a hit to short. However, it did in fact get Kyle Ashworth out at second. Here comes the 1-2. That's missed ball 2. The count is now even at a down count for Moore. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Again, Moore is looking for his first bit of action this evening as he has struck out both times he's been up. As Rubner sets on the mound, got a man on first, takes a look down the strike zone, will deal the 2-2. It's a cut and miss, strike 3. Tristan Moore goes down swinging for strikeout number 3 for him. I also believe that's number 3 for Rubner. It is. That brings up the 6th batter in the lineup. Or, my apologies, the 5th batter in the lineup, number 6. There we go. R.J. Stinson, who has had a little bit of things go for him, but not terribly much. Or my apologies, he just got walked. Oh, man. Here comes the opening pitch of the at-bat to Stinson. That's missed for ball 1. The count is now 1-0 to start things off here for Stinson in what is technically his opening at-bat of the game following the walk.
Something crazy here is Tristan Moore has struck out 3 times as that pitch is missed up and in, 2-0 to R.J. Stinson. Tristan Moore, the DH for the River Bandits, has struck out 3 times, and against each pitcher that the Cardinals have thrown so far, he got a strikeout against Greenleaf in the top of the first, strikeout against Stanhope in the top of the second, and a strikeout here against Rubner in the top of the fourth as that pitch misses low, 3-0 to the left fielder, R.J. Stinson, who has a hit by a pitch and a walk so far in this ball game. Throw over to first, not in time.
3-0 is the count. There are 2 outs down in this top half of the fourth. The River Bandits have not scored since the second frame, as the second throw back to first is not in time as well. So the count is 3-0 for R.J. Stinson, the left fielder. He is 9 for 38 coming into the game. That's a 236. Here comes the pitch that is down the strike zone, strike 1. R.J. Stinson appeared to believe that he was going to get walked on that one, but unfortunately for him, he didn't just yet as he faces a 3-1 on the next one from Rubner, who will set and deal. Runner trying to advance this time. He will go to first base off the walk, so hadn't got a chance to hit for him yet. As Matthew said, he got hit earlier by a pitch and then has walked every other time he's been up to the plate. As Justin Walks will come up, the sixth batter in the lineup doing the catching this evening. He's 1 for 1 so far this game, 4 for 17 coming into the game. That's a .235. 3 RBIs on the season for him as Rubner will set and deal. That's popped up, playable into right, chasing JoJo Jackson at the wall. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Justin Walks picking up home run number 1 on the season. It is a 3-run shot into right field. And the River Bandits now lead 6-0 off of a Justin Walks bomb into right field.
Yeah, that was one of those that it sounded different off the bat, and I was like, I think that ball's going to get out, but I'm not 100%. It did just barely get over that higher netting over there in right field, but a well-hit ball nonetheless, as it did sound different off the bat. So 6-0 lead here for the River Bandits in the top of the fourth inning as Jacob Williams comes to the dish and looks at strike one for the first pitch. Rubner deals the 0-1, and it's outside 1-1.
I might as well add that Walks is perfect on the game in hits. 2 times at the plate, hit both times. As strike 2 is dealt to Williams, who is 0 for 0 coming into the at-bat. Faces a 1-2 rather on the next one. Missed pitch outside into the opposing batter's box. Williams is a righty. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes here for the 7th batter in the lineup playing first base this evening. Williams comes into the game 5 for 33, and he will cut and miss on that one. Strike 3 gets away from Problem. He will make the play at first, and out number 3 is recorded. But not before the River Bandits add on to their lead. It's the first home run in the season for Justin Walks. And the side will retire as we go into the break. It's a 6-0 ball game on behalf of the Woodstock River Bandits, who lead. Back with you in just a moment to go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Front Row Cardinals looking to get more hits on the night, and we will take a sideline here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network.
I'm J.B. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board.
Campton, and they're going to be participating in tonight's Dizzy Bet. So on the count of 3, I want you guys to go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Come on, y'all, make some noise for those Dizzy Bet participants. So give it a Pregame. Good job, guys. I think they both deserve a prize.
Thank you to our sponsors at TLC LLC for their support.
Cardinals baseball this season. TLC Settlements can help you out with title insurance, escrow services, closing services, title reporting, buying, selling, and refinancing, real estate services, and abstracting services. You can visit them off of 340 in Front Royal, 223 North Royal Avenue in Front Royal. And their hours are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. As we return to the lineup for the Front Royal Cardinals, leading off will be Jack Hay, who faces 1-0 on the next one. Following the miss upper right in the pitcher's view, upper left on ours, as Jack Hay coming into the at-bat 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch that's grounded to third. The play at first will be made in time, and out number 1 is recorded off of a Jack Hay ground ball to third. And that will bring up
JoJo.
Thank you. It took me way too long to find that. JoJo Jackson will come up. Oh, me. It's been a long day. JoJo Jackson coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far this game. And he did hit, though. He did make contact, I should say, with the ball, but I believe it was a pop into right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
JoJo grounded to first base last at bat. He ripped the ball. It was very well hit, just right at the first baseman. First baseman bobbled it, and then the second baseman, Jalen Buster, made a really nice play on the ball to recover and throw to the pitcher, Jacob Favre. I don't know how it's said. So that was well hit by JoJo, but a nice play by the River Bandit defense to get him out, as there's a little pitching visit from the catcher to the pitcher in this 1-1 count to JoJo Jackson, with the River Bandits leading 6-0.
The previous pitch going down in the dirt in front of the batter's box for ball 1. Favre, 28 strikes, 19 balls. Hasn't given up any runs yet. He comes into the game with a 10.13 ERA. So if he can hold the Cardinals off this game, he will have his ERA drop, as that one will miss for ball 2 in the meantime. 6-0 game, bottom of the 4th. The Cardinals trail over the visiting Woodstock River Bandits. Here comes pitch number 49, and JoJo made contact with it and looked very emotional because he wanted that ball to go.
Yeah, I think he has a 2 home run streak, I believe. He has 2 home runs in his previous 3 games, both of which were on the road, as he K's here on a changeup, it looks like, low and away. Actually, they're going to call this one a foul ball, so it's a foul ball for JoJo. He stays in this at-bat, but as I was saying, he has 2 home runs in his previous 3 games, both of which being on the road, so he wants to put one out just as far as Justin Walks did last inning for the River Bandits to put the River Bandits up 6-0. JoJo trying to claw his team back here with a ground ball to first base. Looks like the play is going to be made. The flip to first is in time, but JoJo comes up limping, which is not a good sign, as he had a leg injury probably
2 weeks ago.
3 home games into the season for him. So not a good sign to see him limping on the field, as he's a key player both emotionally and physically on the field for these Cardinals.
And we will see how that pans out for him, as he is starting to run and has to stop. He is limping off of the field, as Carlton Harper coming up. He's coming into this at-bat with a hit on the night. He's 3 for 5 on the season coming into it. So that's around a 600 average. So looking to keep that streak alive on the night for him, as the pitch comes from Favre, and that is missed downstairs, ball 1 to start things off here for Carlton Harper, and at-bat number 2.
Yeah, Carlton Harper so far has only hit in the game for the Cardinals. So hopefully he can start something here with 2 outs for the Cardinals, as Favre delivers the pitch, and it's outside for a ball, 3-0.
Count reads on the scoreboard 2-0. I'm not quite sure exactly where we stand anymore. Here comes the pitch regardless. That's down the strike zone, strike 1. That I know.
I think they might have been ahead a pitch, so excuse me, I thought the count went to 3-0. It's 2-1 as the 2-1 is delivered. Hit to short, and it gets through for a base hit. Carlton will pull up at first base with a wide turn. So I believe that one will be scored a hit, because that ball was hit hard off the bat of Carlton.
Carlton Harper hit number 2 on the night, number 4 on the season. He goes 4 for 6, counting that at bat. That brings up the third baseman this evening, Drew Camp. to the plate. And besides Carlton Harper, really not much of anything else going for the Cardinals this evening, which has been unfortunate so far, but that one's fouled off to start things off. But it's just unfortunate that only one of the 9 for the Cardinals so far has really gotten things to go for him. But good job on Carlton to get things going for him so far.
Yeah, other than Carlton, just the one walk by Brody Popple in the bottom of the 3rd inning that resulted in him being stranded at first base. So hopefully the Cardinals can get something going here. Down 6-0. You don't want to wait too long to start making a comeback, as once it turns to probably about the 6th inning, if they haven't scored at least 3 runs, it's going to be much tougher for them as Drew Camp faces a 1-1 count.
Pitch upstairs on that one, ball 2. Count now is 2 balls and 1 strike here for Drew Camp, looking for his first bit of action. 7 for 25 coming into the game. That's a 280. Got 1 RBI on record, as the throwback to first will not be in time. Carlton Harper on first. The only Cardinal so far this evening with a hit of any kind. Make that 2 as well, as he's gone 2 for 2 so far this game. As Fiver sets on the mound. 2-1 count will deal, and that will be grounded. Bouncing ball too short. The play at first, rather, is not in time. Drew Camp getting on base there. That will bring up Henry Novicki on a good note with 2 runners on. There are 2 outs on the board in this bottom half of the 4th. Novicki coming into the at-bat with 0 for 1 into the game, 6 for 25. As he will step into the batter's box, Jacob Fiver will set, got 2 on base. And he will deal the opening pitch in the at-bat. That's cut into center field. Looks to be playable, though. It is by the center fielder, Jacoby Long, and that retires the side. So a little bit of a spark now for the Cardinals, but unfortunately couldn't convert the hits they got into runs. As we retired the side, the Cardinals lead, according to the scoreboard, they lead on the hits, but I don't know if I believe that to be true. Either way, we go to the break. The score is 6-0. Woodstock leads over Front Royal here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. We return to you right after these messages.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water? What? And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it does.
Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
We welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium. We return to you from the top half of the 5th inning here. It is a 6-0 ball game where the Woodstock River Bandits lead over the homestanding Front Royal Cardinals here.
And the top of the 5th, number 10.
And have led the 6 runs off a 3-run bomb into right field by, let's see, who was it?
Justin Walks.
Thank you, Justin Walks. I was blanking, and I don't know why. Today's just a day. Is Coltrane Rubner, in the meantime, deals to Jalen Buster 1-0. Here comes the pitch. That's downstairs, ball 2. Count is now 2-0 here for Jalen Buster.
Important innings for both teams right here, as 6-0 is a very sizable lead, but if they can put on 4 more, the way they've been hitting, it doesn't seem unrealistic. But if they can put up 4 more in the next 3 innings and hold the Cardinals to nothing, it's then mercy rule territory. On the other hand, the Cardinals look to shut them down as the 2-1 is dealt outside 3-1. The Cardinals look to shut them down because they just need to put up zeros and allow their offense to somehow get some sort of spark, as it looks like they had a little bit of momentum in the last inning, but right here, Rubner walks the first batter of the inning, Jalen Buster, to bring up Frankie Ryder with one on here in the top of the fifth inning and nobody out.
Ritter.
Frankie Ritter coming up in this game, combined with his seasonal average, sits at a 263. He's 0 for 1 right now, as he will face one close to him to start things off. 1-0 is the count. 6-0 ball game, top half of the fifth. Woodstock River Bandits lead. Here comes the 1-0. That is down the strike zone, strike one. The count now evens at a down count. 1 ball, 1 strike here for for Ryder, rather. In his second at bat of the game. Here comes the 1-1. That is missed downstairs. Ball 2 bounces in front of the left-handed batter's box. Ritter is a righty. So it's a 2-1 count on the next pitch. Got a runner on first. As the pitch is dealt, it is missed for ball 3. The runner on first is Jalen Buster following the walk. So the count is 3 balls and a strike here for Ritter in his second at bat of the game, looking for his first bit of action. He is 0 for 1. 10 for 37 coming into the game. That's a 270. Here comes the 3-1. That's cracked foul on the third base side and out of play. So he will fill the count up off of that foul ball.
Yeah, it was a foul ball, but it was one of those ones where the pitcher has a sigh of relief because it's called as a long strike, as that pole was hit over the fence, just foul. So if he could put that in fair territory, I'm assuming that would have been a home run there for the 9-hitter Frankie Ritter. But Coltrane Rubner gets another hack to get him out, as this one is swung on and hit in the air to left. Looks playable out there, and it is. Carlton makes the play with 1 out here. The runner retreating back to first base in the form of Jalen Buster. So now the top of the lineup coming up for the 4th time already in this ball game, only in the top of the 5th here. So the River Bandits are working their way through the lineup very quickly in this ball game. Coltrane Rubner sets and fires to the leadoff hitter, Jacoby Long, for a swing and a miss, 0-1.
And certainly whether any of the River Bandit players have been getting hits or just striking out, they certainly are getting their money's worth in this game so far. They've been up 4 times, as you said, and the game certainly has gone their way, as that really came close to hitting Long. You had to really duck in order to miss that.
Yeah, that's the 3rd or 4th pitch already from Coltrane and these past 2 batters that have buzzed the tower, as they like to say. So hopefully he can throw it over the plate here. So the 1-1 is dealt. The runner is off to second base. The throw to second is not in time. Brody with a really nice throw, just a little bit too late to put the tag on is Connor Frost. So now a runner on second base. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, with the River Bandits looking to score and extend their 6-0 lead on the hometown Front Royal Cardinals.
2 balls, 1 strike here for Jacoby Long, who is 0 for 2, and the pitch comes. That's downstairs. Ball 3 gets away from Brody Popple, but goes in front of him. So the runner, Jalen Buster, will retreat back to second, as it's now a 3-1 count on the next pitch to Jacoby Long. Rubner steps on the rubber. Buster will take an advance off a second. Rubner looks back at second, will deal the 3-1. That is missed ball 4, and that'll be Jacoby Long taking his 90-foot walk of fame. In the meantime, Coltrane Rubner picking up walk number 4 on the night, as that will bring up Jose Hernandez to the plate.
Now batting, number 5.
My apologies, Kyle Ashworth to the plate. Of course, point streak had to update right as I look at it. Make me look like an idiot, part 105 right now. In the meantime, Ashworth looking for his first bit of action. However, he has been walked several times, as that pitch will be missed down the strike zone to him. Strike 1. The count is 0-1 to start things off here for Ashworth, and what could be his first statistical at-bat of the game here.
Yeah, and I just counted it up. That was the 13th walk and or hit by a pitch by the Front Royal Cardinal pitching already in this ball game, and it's only the 5th inning. So lack of control hurting the Cardinals here as they're down 6-0, looking to stop this little threat right here with an 0-1 count to Kyle Ashworth, the right fielder for the River Bandits.
Coltrane Rubner, 24 strikes, 31 balls. That one is missed for ball one. The count is now even at a down count, 1 ball, 1 strike here for Ashworth. Rubner coming on the next pitch. In the meantime, sitting at 11.59 ERA. He did give up the 3-run bomb into right field from Justin Walks. As the 2-1 is dealt, it's missed ball 3. That was pitch number 57 on the night for Rubner. And it's a 3-1 on number 58 now coming up.
Another good hitter's count for the River Bandits as this one is popped foul, but it seems like the River Bandits have just been gifted 3-1, 2-0, 1-0 counts in this ball game by the Front Royal Cardinals pitching, as the payoff here with 1 out and 2 runners on could prove crucial, as a walk here will load the bases for, I believe, the 4th time in 5 innings for the River Bandits if Coltrane Rubner can't put one in the zone here. He comes set, checks second base, and the pitch is outside ball 4 as the River Bandits load the bases again on 3 walks. So they haven't needed to bring the bat off of their shoulder in order to load the bases here in the top of this 5th inning. So now looking to really extend this lead in the top of the 5th inning as they already are up 6-0 on the Front Royal Cardinals. Rubner deals the 0-0, and it's over for a strike. Big first strike right there for Rubner as he's looking to get some weak contact or a double play or a strikeout, something to get him out of this little jam that he's put himself into.
Might I add, the River Bandits and the Cardinals are all knotted up in the hit column with 3 apiece. In the meantime, the River Bandits lead 6-0. So really the runs besides the home run from Walks came basically from wounds inflicted by Walks. That's WALKS walks in the pitching term. In the meantime, Jose Hernandez facing a 2-1 on the next one, sitting 1 for 3 in the game so far.
Yeah, that one almost hit him too. He had to get away from that one. It looked like a slider or some sort of off-speed pitch that Rubner did not get on top of. It looked like his arm lagged behind, forcing the ball to go behind the batter here. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss, 2-2. So 1 pitch away from getting an out here, and a crucial 2 outs. So let's see what Rubner delivers on this 2-2 count as he gets his sign. He delivers outside 3-2. So the payoff proves crucial here as he either needs to put one in the zone or he puts one across the plate for the River Bandits here.
Indeed, the payoff becomes crucial, and this is the 2nd straight one as here it comes, and it's cut and missed. Strike 3 for Hernandez. He drops on the night 1 for 4, as that will bring up Tristan Moore to the plate for the River Bandits. He is 0 for 3 coming into this at-bat, so really looking for his first bit of action. Every time he's come up, he has struck out, and he, in fact, has faced all 3 pitchers that the Cardinals have sent up, and each one has struck him out. So we'll see what happens here on the first pitch. It's fouled back for strike 1. The count is 0-1 to start things off here for Tristan Moore. 4th at-bat of the game, what could be. Comes into the game 13 for 41. That's a 317. He's got 7 RBIs on the season in those 13. 0-1 count, 2 outs down. Here comes the pitch from Rubner. That is missed ball 1. The count is now even at a down count. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Tristan Moore.
I would say this is the right guy at the plate for the Cardinals, but you just never know. Tristan Moore right now is due for a hit as he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts as he takes that one low and in as it almost hit his back foot, it looked like. but he's hitting in the 4 spot for a reason. He has some sort of power, and he has 7 RBIs, so still looking for that first home run, but he has 7 RBIs, so they see him as a run producer in the middle of the lineup here. So the River Bandits definitely feel comfortable with him in this spot as the 2-1 is delivered. Over for a strike, 2-2, so Rubner 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. No runs will cross the plate. If he can get Tristan Moore out on strikes here, he deals the 2-2, and low 3-2. Another big payoff pitch here for Coltrane Rubner, as he's gotten the last 2 to work in his favor, but hopefully he can get this last out here.
Here comes the payoff, and pitch number 71 for Rubner. Runners advance. That is missed ball 4. Rubner's ERA did drop a little. It was 10.59. It's now 10.11. And with 2 outs on the board in this top half of the 5th, it is a 7-1 or 7-0. My apologies. Ball game. I was looking at the 1 in the 5th frame. 2 outs on the board in the frame. Cardinals looking to end this streak here as the first pitch is slipping by. Runner will advance. That is, in fact, Jacoby Long getting in for the 8th run that the River Bandits have recorded. And the River Bandits are 2 runs away from taking a double-digit lead over the Cardinals. And if they hold that, it could be a slaughter in, I believe it's the 7th is what the Valley League has introduced this season.
Yeah, 7th inning. If the team is up by 10 or more runs, they are in rule for the mercy rule.
That one is skied out into left. Call it gone. Rather, it will be caught. That looked a little farther than what it was. But, oh well, it's caught by Carlton Harper. He makes the catch to retire the side. 8-0 ball game, not 11. We're going to go to a break. We'll catch you right back. I'm probably going to take a little break just to breathe here because that did look a little far, though, but I'm not going to contest it. Anyway, we'll take a sideline. I'll take a breather. I'll hopefully get my mind straight here. Back with you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network in just a moment.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements.
The Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take our care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
Hello all and welcome back to Cardinals baseball as they're just finishing up the warm-up pitches here at Bing Crosby Stadium, and they're doing a little fan toss. Unlucky we cannot catch it as we are blocked off by a post. But thank you to one of our sponsors tonight, Green to Ground. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region, building relationships since 2019 by being a reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company serving customers and peace of mind one circuit at a time. So thank you for Green to Ground. You can contact Green to Ground at the number 540-692-8412. Again, that's 540-692-8412. They are located at 316 Warren Avenue, Suite 12 in Front Royal, Virginia, as the Cardinals start off the inning with a Connor Frost double into left center field. Just to finish up here, Green to Ground is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at that address that I just mentioned, Monday through Friday. So, again, thank you for Green to Ground for sponsoring this game by the Cardinals as Connor Frost leads off the inning with a double into the gap. Great start for him and for the Cardinals.
That'll bring up the catcher, Brody Popple, to the plate, looking for his first bit of action here in this game after walking earlier. 8-0 ball game, bottom of the fifth, rather. Here comes the pitch. That's missed for ball one. The count is now 1-0 to start things off here for the catcher in his technically first at-bat of the game. Connor Frost stands on second following the double right at the left center wall as Fiver will set and deal the pitch. 1-0 is missed outside, ball two. Count is now 2-0 for Brody Popple. Popple coming into the game 7 for 30. That's a .233 batting average. 2 RBIs in the process. Searching for his first home run of the season. 2-0 count. Fiver sets. Looks back at second. Nobody home to make the play. Will deal the 2-0. That is missed downstairs. Ball 3. Count is now even. My apologies. Count is now up 3-0 for Popple here in technically his first at-bat of the game unless he walks.
Yeah, the scoreboard isn't right, but the Cardinals do lead in hits above the River Bandits 4-3 as the 3-0 is delivered and missed for a ball. I think Brody and the rest of this crowd believe that was a strike, but Brody gets the first on his 90-foot walk of fame, but the Cardinals lead 4-3 in the hit column, but they are losing 8-0 due to walks surrendered by their pitching here in the bottom of the fifth inning to the visiting Woodstock River Bandits.
So this is the second time Brody Popple has gotten on first, and in fact, he has not been able to hit because he's been walked both times, as that will bring up Dallas Height, the center fielder, the original leadoff batter, to get things going. He's not looking so good right now, 0 for 2, as he will look at that one. That will get behind the catcher, and Connor Frost is halfway down the baseline. They will try to get him, and he's going back again. The runner's now on second, so there will be 2 runners on second. The playback at first will not be needed as there's nobody to cover it. I agree with you.
What just happened?
I agree with you. What just happened? If the analyst is saying what just happened, that is bad. The River Bandits giving up a heck of an opportunity there.
Yeah, definitely. So,
and the chicken dance coming in way too late there, Paul. Come on.
So it looked like the ball just got by the catcher there, the catcher being Justin Walks, who had a 3-run home run earlier for the River Bandits. But the runner on second, Connor Frost, I guess, didn't see it get by him, kind of hesitated, and then decided to go, decided not to go, and then decided to go, and then got caught in the middle. They got him in a pickle, which was huge. It seemed like they were going to get him. Brody Popple actually did the right thing there and went to second base, because if Connor was tagged out there, at least he ended up at second base. But somehow he wasn't tagged out, got back to second base, and Brody's now at first. So no harm, no foul for the Cardinals there, as the River Bandits wasted a huge opportunity to get their first out of the inning, now facing a first and second with nobody out. The 1-0 to Dallas Height is low and away for a ball, 2-0.
In fact, that basically you could just call that play null and void, besides the ball being recorded for Dallas Height, as all runners are exactly where they started before that. In the meantime, Fiver sets, got one on first and second, deals the 2-0. That's popped up, fouled behind us, and the count will now go 2 balls and a strike here for Height. His third at-bat of the game, and looking for his first hit of the game. He is 7 for 33 coming into this evening's contest, a .212. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs on the season. Looking for home run number 3, hopefully, in this at-bat to get the Cardinals on the board here, possibly, as 2-1 is dealt upstairs, ball 3. Count is now 3-1.
Yeah, even though Dallas doesn't have the average you want out of a leadoff hitter, he has gotten the run production from the leadoff spot in these past couple games, and also just in general, 7 RBIs on the season, as you just mentioned. So he's done a good job driving in runs for these Cardinals, as this ball is fouled back 3-2 rather.
That ball is actually bouncing on the roof of the grandstand. It hit once, and God only knows how it is bouncing right now. There's a slight tilt to the grandstand, so it should be rolling down instead of just bouncing up there. But in the meantime, the count is full. Runners on first and second. Favre looks back at second. Nobody home to make the play at second. Here comes the pitch that's popped up and fouled away, but looks to be playable. And it will not be. It hits the grandstand again. So the count will stay where it is at 3-2 for the original leadoff batter, Dallas Height, here in what could be his third at-bat of the game. No outs on the board. Bottom of the fifth. Cardinals trail 8-0. Dallas Height at the plate with a payoff coming from Jacob Favre.
Man, wouldn't it be kind of funny if those balls just roll down and hit the dirt behind the catcher? Hopefully no damage done. I think it would just plop down, but it would be kind of funny as this ball is up and in 3-2 now. Loads the bases for the Cardinals with Trent Jeffcoat coming to the plate.
Trent Jeffcoat, if you can hear me, hit a home run. He's done it before on my call, but unfortunately not this season, as there will be a mound visit. We will check in. We'll wait a second just to see if it's a pitching change. Most likely not, as really Favre hasn't done much of any damage besides just loading the bags right now. That's basically the only damage he has done. And nothing yet. We will take a brief pause for a station identification. We'll return to you after this on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
So the most that the River Bandits will have in the bullpen is players going to the bullpen rather than coming out. So nothing really changing here for the River Bandits here in this bottom half of the fifth, where Jacob Favre has been pitching this whole game so far.
Favre up at 82 pitches, so getting up there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're okay. So Trent Jeffcoat has a job to do for the Cardinals. If he or one of the two that follow him, if he strikes out, the job they have to do is hit that ball over that net. Give it a 4-run ball game, 8-4 possibly. We will see if that happens. Jeffcoat has been in the pressure of a down game, and I believe the home run call that I had last year on him, I think he either made it a 1-run game or the game was tied. I can't quite remember that exactly, but I remember he did have a home run to left. So we will see what happens on an 0-1. Here comes. He is really swinging it, though, so he really wants to send that ball at least into the outfield to drop as he faces an 0-2. He is 0 for 2 on the night as well. So his seasonal stats will go to 7 for 22 coming into the at-bat.
Yeah, and everybody wants to put the ball over the fence, here in this situation with the bases loaded. But a base hit will do the job, too, as that could bring in 2 runs and continue the rally, as this ball is outside 1 and 2. But back to what I was saying, yeah, it's always nice to hit that home run and make it a 4-run game, but it would be even sweeter if they can knock in a few runs and then maybe put one over the wall. So we'll see what Jeffcoat can do here, as he has 2 strikeouts on the night. He's facing a 1-2 count. The pitch fouled back.
Jeffcoat staying alive in this at-bat so far, facing a 1-2 on the previous, fouling it off on the third base side. 8-0 ball game, bottom half of the fifth. River Bandits lead over the homestanding Cardinals. Cardinals do lead in the hit column 4-3 right now. As Jeffcoat will step back into the left-hand batter's box. Got runners on each base. Here comes the 1-2 that is cracked, fouled again. Not quite playable on the left side, but he is really trying to straighten that ball out and just make it fair enough to where it goes over that fence, or at least gets to that wall behind the left fielder, R.J. Stinson. However, he faces a 1-2 still, so the last 2 he's hit have been fouls. So staying alive in this at-bat is Trent Jeffcoat, who is looking for his first bit of action on the night, as Favre sets and deals the 1-2. That's bounced in front of the box. Runners will stay where they are. Connor Frost started to advance, but saw where the placement of that ball went and turned around and went back.
Yeah, and hopefully, if he can't get a hit here, just some sort of productive out where he can get that runner home, because it's always important to score that first run, because you never know, the floodgates can just open from there. A team could just feel more comfortable not being shut out as the 1-2 is dealt low. 3-2 now. The payoff to Jeffcoat will be coming up on this next pitch.
I could be wrong on this one, but last year we had a grand slam. I believe it was off a payoff as well. And we weren't down, but we weren't down by this much. It did propel us up 2 runs. So here comes the payoff with bags loaded. Downstairs, ball 4, run scores no matter what. Jeffcoat gets on the 90-foot Walk of Fame. He stays 0 for 2, which I don't think is exactly what he wanted to do, but he does help a run score off of the watch. That'll bring up Jack Hay, the first baseman, rather. Novicki, I believe, is DHing. In fact, he is, and we will get a signal from the bullpen. That'll be a pitcher change for Woodstock. The first of the night. Farmer will be retired after 4 complete innings. Struggling to get the 1/3 to go, as we'll take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. Back with you after this pitcher change in just a moment.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal Cardinals. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball camps are coming up soon. The Cardinals baseball camp is designed to help the up-and-coming baseball player learn the skills they see used at Bing Crosby Stadium every day by the Front Royal Cardinals baseball players. Leading the camp this year will be the Front Royal coaching staff and players. They have designed the camp to help the campers learn how to master proper fundamentals in a fun and exciting atmosphere. Top-level collegiate baseball players from around the country will be instructing your child on how to play like players do in college. Each camper receives daily individual instruction lectures and demonstrations, individual camp awards, quality coaching, cookout with players the last day of each camp, free passes to all Cardinal home games, and campers will be recognized at Camp Recognition Night. All camps are located at Bing Crosby Stadium in Front Royal. Campers should bring a glove or mitt, baseball shoes, a favorite bat, batting gloves, hat, practice pants, and t-shirt. We ask that all parents please write campers' names on all items. The Front Royal Cardinals are not responsible for loss or damage of any camper's belongings. The Fundamentals Day Camp will be from June 20th through 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Pitchers and Catchers Camp will run from June 27th through the 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each camp is $75 for a registration fee, or both is $140. Sign your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals!
Well, congratulations to the child who won a week of pitchers and catchers camp here at Bing Crosby Stadium from the raffle they just did. In the meantime, pitchers and catchers camp comes up June 27th through the 29th, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. In the meantime, the Fundamentals Day Camp coming up Monday, June 20th through the 23rd. And Cardinals fans, we have a treat for you. In the press booth with me is Sean Munoz. We're going to go with that. Sorry if I butchered it.
Hey, it's all right, man. It's a complicated name to get. It's Sean Munoz.
Munoz, there we go. I was close.
Yes, you were. I just got in town, actually, an hour before the game started.
Really?
Yeah, I came from the Savannah Bananas. I went home for a day, and Clint gave me the call to come up here and have a blast.
I've seen the viral video of the Savannah Bananas going around where they're doing the dance all around the field and they throw the strike.
Yeah,
and
I did one of those.
Really?
Yeah, I have the video somewhere. But
that one's popped to second, bobbled around. The play at second isn't in time. The play at first will not be in time. The run will score. Brody Popple. It is an 8-2 ball game now. The Cardinals are starting to make their trek back. So runners on first and third now for the Cardinals.
See, that's one thing that I find funny about Brody is I actually played in the same conference with him in college, and he was a handful to face.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I can give you the little backtrack on me since this is our first time meeting. I'm a submarine pitcher. I went to South Georgia State College. I was an all-conference guy, and I've always been a big energy, big team guy, so I'm just happy to be a part of it, especially here with Clint and meeting the guys today. And I would say JoJo has definitely left an impression on me.
Certainly, we'd like to welcome you, and although you have missed 2 or 3 weeks, it's certainly, so far it's been a pretty good season. As, I don't know if you've noticed, but Front Royal is 4-6 right now, and a 2-game win streak, looking to keep that alive, although they do trail
5 and 6. Sorry,
Hey,
I'm still on Thursday time for some reason.
hey, it happens to the best of us, man. Sometimes everybody just needs a little pick me up.
Yeah, I certainly need that today. 8-2 ball game, 2-0 count to Jack. Drew Bristow now.
I will say this is the best view in the house that I've seen. Like, I mean, I was up there throwing T-shirts on top of the third base dugout earlier to kids, and it was a great view. But I got a hold of this, and this is wonderful.
In the meantime, Hay advances to second.
By the way, I have to say this really fast. Hey, Mom. Hey, TT. Hey, Kalani. I know you're watching. I know I literally just got here an hour ago. I'm safe. I made it. I know I've not been on my phone. I love you so very much. And anybody else watching this, I love you too.
As Bristow takes the walk.
Great job. Great job.
Bristow was, in fact, subbed in. I'm not quite sure for who. As Carlton Harper, he was subbed in for JoJo. Oh, that's correct, because JoJo did, in fact, come out. As Carlton Harper coming up. Carlton is 2 for 2 in this game, 2 for 4 coming into it. So 4 for 6 overall coming into the at-bat on the season.
And, he was one of the guys who, when I first got into the locker room, introduced himself, and he seemed like a very kind young man. And I really hope the best for him. I mean, just you really get a good take on somebody on their first impression, and that's a very impressionable young man.
In the meantime, the pitching change, Steven Pena coming in for Jacob Fiber, who has been retired after 4 complete. Pena, a righty batter, that doesn't really matter, lefty thrower, 5'10", 190-pound freshman out of Eastfield College, hometown of Hockley, Texas. In the meantime, it is Carlton Harper with a 3-0 now.
So I have a question for you. Do we have any rivals, per se? Any big rivals for us?
I would say right now would be Strasburg, really, since they're really close to the vicinity. Woodstock especially, as Carlton gets...
Ooh, very, very tough strike call there.
I was getting ready to say, everybody in the house probably thought that was a ball, but especially Carlton throwing his bat back to the dugout. But unfortunately, he will come back. It'll be a 3-1 on the next one. But going back to your question, I'd say Strasburg, really, since they're one of the top in the division, especially. Woodstock now becoming more of a rival as that's ball 4. We all had to pause there for a second to realize.
Everybody in the stadium got quiet for that one.
Didn't know if it was a strike or a ball, as it could, depending on how close his strike zone is. So it's an 8-3 ball game now. The Cardinals slowly clawing back after having runs come off of loaded bags each time. Drew Camp coming up now, playing third base this evening. He's been switched from first and third so far this season. He sits at third this evening now. Faces strike 1 on the first one. It's 0-1 now for Camp. Everyone really besides Carlton is looking for their first bit of action. Camp does have a hit. That one is popped into center.
It's deep enough? Are we sending them?
I thought the one to left earlier was deep enough, and it wasn't, as that one is out. It is out number.
Hey, sometimes big men can run. I mean, I'm a little hefty myself, and not Jack.
Oh man. Out number 2 is on the board, as that brings up the DH, Henry Novicki, who's looking for his first bit of action, 0 for 2.
I have a question. Do we have a comment section in this?
We should somewhere. Let me take a look.
For anybody watching this, I'm hot tomorrow. I'm pitching. So if we have any suggestions of what y'all would like me to take the field to, I'm all ears. Really looking to crowd please tomorrow. So any fan favorites, anything you got for me, I will walk out to. I have no shame. I'll do anything but shave my head, and that's proved to be true.
So if you're watching on the Royal Examiner's YouTube page, please just simply refresh your video or close it and then open it back up, and you should see the live chat come back up. And just send a few messages up here to the press box this evening. In the meantime, it is Henry Novicki facing 2-0 on the next pitch.
Oh, and the first person who does comment, I will personally blow a kiss to on the mound tomorrow night.
Sean Munoz in the box with me, and that was indeed an out call at first.
Oh, no.
And Novicki is slow to get up. He is not getting up. They will call trainers over. Henry Novicki down on the field, just past the first base bag.
That is my least favorite part of baseball. That's my least favorite part of any sport. I'd never wish bad upon anybody, whether you like him, you dislike him, you love him, hate him. You hate to see a nice young man go down.
So that is out number 3, and unfortunately it has very grim circumstances with it as Henry Novicki goes down after just passing first base in a close play at first.
Oh, man.
We will stay on the air in regards to the injury. We will stay on the air. Send us some messages to Sean Munoz, who just got here and is playing for us as a pitcher this evening or this year for the Cardinals. Not this evening. He's up here with
swing
me.
the stick here or there at a 309-foot ballpark, but I'm going to stick to just throwing sub. I think that's a good draw for me.
One thing that reminds me of is the LSU pitcher a couple of years ago batting in the SEC championships told his coach, said, "I've batted before. I hit nukes in BP all the time," and then gets into the press conference and says, "The last time I really hit was high school." Then looks to his left and says, "Coach, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hit in high school."
Well, that was one thing is I think the last home run I did hit wasn't in a game. It was a little BP. It was 3 months ago at a collegiate field, 350, 360 at least, and I think that might clear the wall on the other field behind our stadium. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help put this team in a situation to win, whether if that's even steal a bag at 225 pounds and 6'2", even though I'm slow as dirt.
So if you're just joining us, Henry Novicki has been injured following out number 3. They will carry him off. They are holding up, it appears to be his left leg. They will take him to the visiting
I'll run over there and see if
locker room area.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you, especially. And we will take a break here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. That was Sean Munoz up in the broadcast booth with us. He will be pitching some this season, just joining us today. And prayers going out to Henry Novicki on the injury. That is just a terrible sight to see. And my partner Matthew Wiseman really emotional about that because Henry is really a decent ball player and really is just one you don't want to see go down as Clint Marsh coming out of the training room on that side. We will take a sideline through the warm-ups. 8-3 ball game on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. The visiting visiting Woodstock River Bandits lead over the homestanding Front Royal Cardinals. We will hopefully have updates for you on Henry Novicki. In the meantime, we take a break for you on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
Overlooking the scenic Shenandoah River in a lovely sylvan setting, our campus is spacious, yet inviting, rich in culture, beauty, and history. It is a setting well-suited for our time-tested Catholic liberal arts curriculum, the same education that has inspired and produced the greatest men and women of Christendom over the past 2,000 years. Inside and outside the classroom, you will experience an integrated life. Here, you will strengthen your intellect in such a powerful way that you will have the ability to master any subject, no matter how complex the vocational calling. You will thrive in a supportive and Christ-centered culture dedicated to helping you realize your potential. Our education is not an education for the faint of heart, but for those willing to accept the bold and challenging call from God to become the great men or women that He wants them to be. Dare to join us. Dare to be great.
We welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium, where it is a 2-1 count to Justin Walks, as he will foul that off 2-2 now. If you're just joining us, you missed a very unfortunate circumstance. Henry Novicki making a hit and unfortunately didn't make it to first in time and also coming down with an injury. That's popped and fouled on the River Bandits side. In the meantime, it is an 8-3 ball game in the top half of the sixth. Leadoff batter Walks facing 2-2. And just an all-around terrible situation for Henry Novicki to go down into here, especially early on in this season, where he's been pretty decent in some aspects of the season and truly been a team player, and it's just an unfortunate situation for him to go down into.
Yeah, and you take positives and negatives from that inning as The Cardinals did score 3 runs. They did make it an 8-3 ball game, made it a little bit more competitive as the 2-2 is fouled back here from walks with Rubner still on the mound. But negative, we have another injury. That's the second injury of the game for the Cardinals. This one looking a lot worse than what JoJo Jackson suffered. It looked like JoJo just kind of re-aggravated his previous injury where, Vicky, it looked like he hurt his knee, it looked like, on that last one, as that one's outside for ball for another walk for the River Bandits and another leadoff base runner for the River Bandits here in the top of the 6th inning, looking to come back from a 3-run Cardinal at bottom of the 5th.
So that will bring up Jacob Williams to the plate for the River Bandits. Again, an 8-3 ball game, top of the 6th. That one hit him in the head, and now that's an HBP and a walk, all within 2 batters, first 2 batters of the frame. That brings up Jalen Buster to the plate. Williams going into the at-bat 0 for 1 as Clint Marsh rounding around back to the dugout. If you can see on the Royal Examiner's video feed, you just saw him running around, and
looks like he was just giving the bat to the or he was giving his stuff back to Henry Novicki, who got injured, and they just took him off the visiting side, so it looked like he was just giving him stuff back to him.
1-0 is the count here for Buster, who is 0 for 2 in this game. He has gotten on base from a walk earlier. Here comes the 1-0. That is missed, ball 2. The count is now 2-0 here for Buster here.
And thank you to Lily, who in the chat has given us some songs for Sean to come out to, I guess, next game. We'll see which one of those are actually allowed here at the ballpark with kids in the stands. Hopefully we can find uncensored versions or just a part of
censored versions.
Censored versions, yes, censored versions. Or some sort of cleaner, not so vulgar language in the song, but we will definitely pass that on to Sean, and we'll see what's allowed here at the ballpark tomorrow at the doubleheader.
Maybe that's why Mike didn't have the chat on for stuff like that. 3-0 is missed for ball 4. This game certainly has been something between me gaffing every 2 minutes, 2 injuries, and boy, all the chats.
Yeah. Clint Marsh coming out here with what I am going to assume to be a pitching change, and it is Coltrane Rubner coming out of this ball game. Rubner pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, I believe, in those 3 innings. So now he has a 15 ERA in this game. We will see how that affects his season ERA. As we will take a break here, thank you to listening in on the Front Royal Examiner and on Point Streak and the Stretch Internet Radio Valley Baseball League here. We go to the top of the 6th, bases loaded, I believe, nobody out, pitching change here. We will introduce you to the new pitcher after the break.
What makes a place great? Is it an incredible landscape, unique in the world, carved over the eons into rolling mountains and gentle valleys? Is it the rivers that sing and shout and flow into breathtaking chasms? Is it the trails that lead over hills and to the edges of beautiful views? Is it the natural places and things, big and small, and the outdoor places that people have enjoyed for generations? Or is it the people themselves? The people who've turned this land into an inviting refuge for art and culture and festivals and celebrations of all the things that make life great. The people who make food grown fresh and served with creativity and care, who make wine and beer and donuts from scratch, People who have shown travelers from all over the world all of the things there are to do and see and experience. What if greatness wasn't one of these things, or even a few of these things, but all of them together?
This message is brought to you by Warren County Government.
And we welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium following the pitching change. Coltrane Rubner has been taken out after 3 innings. His ERA will, unfortunately for him, go up from 0 to 15.0. And that will call up the new pitcher, Sean Means, coming into the game with a 5.40 ERA, 5 complete innings pitched, struck out 5 on the season. As that brings up Frankie Ritter to resume play here. It's an 8-3 ball game in this top half of the 6th. Cardinals trail, but did call back in the previous frame. First run scored of the game. As Means will set up. Got loaded bags, and will deal. That is missed ball 1 to start things off here for Means. So the runners on base, respectively, on first is Jalen Buster. On second is Jacob Williams, and on third is Justin Walks. And for those of you that remember, Justin Walks is 2 for 2 so far with the home run earlier in the game to then propel the River Bandits 6-0. They now lead 8-3. So here comes the 1-0 from Means. That is popped up, playable into center. Height will make the catch. Runner will advance it from third. It is Walks. However, the cutoff man at third is Drew Camp. So the runners on first and second will not advance any more bags, but it is now a 9-3 ball game, an advantage of the River Bandits here in the middle portions of this game. So we reround the lineup with Jacoby Long, the center fielder for the River Bandits this evening. Long is 0 for 2 coming into this at-bat. He has walked once and struck out once, and he has been a part of one of the 9 now runs they've scored. So it means look back at second and deal the opening pitch. That's fouled off 0-1 to start things off. 9-3 ball game. Woodstock leads in this top half of the 6th.
Yeah, and just for you guys listening and watching live on the Front Royal Examiner, I don't know why I said watching like that. Watching, but we were just wondering up here in the booth if you guys liked Sean coming up to the booth. It is something we're trying out here at the Front Royal Cardinals broadcasting booth, is trying to have pitchers or players that aren't in the game right now come up to the booth and just spend a half inning or an inning up here, spend some time with us and just have a good time and try and entertain you guys, try and bring some new voices, some new characters to the mic. So let us know in that comment section if you guys like the idea. If you guys don't like the idea, let us know your thoughts below, as it's a 2-2 count to Jacoby Long as he fouls that one down the line.
Long is looking for his first bit of action here this evening. 0 for 2 coming into the at-bat. He has gotten on off a walk, and he has struck out earlier. He's 7 for 19 coming into the game. That's a 368, 6 RBIs on the season. As Means will look back at second and deal the 2-2. That is cut and fouled back. Almost called it missed, but I just about saw it bounce. So where the count will stay where it is, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out down, top of the 6th, 9-3 ball game. Woodstock leads. They've matched what was their largest lead of the game going into the 5th inning. My apologies. And here comes the 2-2 that is cracked, fouled again. So count will stay where it is, 2-2. Runners on first and second for the River Bandits. On first is Jalen Buster, and on second is Jacob Williams. Justin Walks coming home off of a pop. So 9-3 ball games where we stand, top of the 6th. Cardinals do lead 4 hits to 3. And according to Point Streak, no errors yet from either team. That is popped up, playable into left center, chasing back Connor Frost. However, it looks to be Drew Bristow making the catch out in right field, and out number 2 is recorded as it is a pop fly from Jacoby Long that doesn't escape the sights of Drew Bristow. And that'll bring up the batter number 2 in the lineup, Kyle Ashworth, a right fielder, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore of Long Beach State, hometown Tustin, California.
Yeah, just from what I've heard from Coach JoJo Allen, Bristow is a very good defensive replacement out there in right field. So JoJo, a very good defender, very good athlete out there, but with his injury, having to put Bristow out there, and he might not be as strong at the plate as JoJo is, but definitely a great outfielder out there. But it's very hard to replace JoJo's bat with the amount of power he has, with the speed he has, all the tools that he possesses at the plate. So hopefully we can get him back soon with his injury, and hopefully we have a better update on Novicki's injury, as the 1-0 is dealt and low. And for any of you guys wondering at home what happened to Anthony Basio, if you guys weren't if you guys were not following the games on the road, Anthony Basio dislocated his shoulder on a diving play 2 games ago. So he will be out for an extended period of time, hoping to get him back at the end of the summer, as he started off very, very well at the plate for the Cardinals. 3-0 count now to Ashworth. So hopefully these injuries don't last too long, but it looked like that Novicki one will definitely give him some time on the bench for a while, if not for the rest of the season. It looked like a rough injury, but prayers go out to him, as that one's down the middle, 3-1 now.
And our thoughts and prayers certainly do go to Henry Novicki this evening. Well, all of the injured players on the Cardinals and on every other team in the Valley League. You know, injuries are not a great thing to have when you really just want to go out and have a good time. Now, granted, you are playing for experience and for exposure into professional leagues, but at the same time, part of the game, or part of the aim of the game, is just to get out here and have fun. And when you're getting hurt, it's not, fun. It's not fun to be sitting the bench because of an injury, and at any point in time, but especially when you're out here to basically have fun. It's just not a good sight to have, as we have a payoff on the next one to Ashworth, who is looking for his first bit of action to record his first statistical at-bat. He's been walked every time he's come up so far, as the payoff comes from Means. That is down low, ball 4. So Ashworth will not get the hit to go yet again. However, he will not record his first statistical at-bat either, as he has been walked every time he's been up. He's been through 4 pitchers now. He's been walked 6 times, I believe.
5 times now.
5.
So, yeah, that's been the big storyline so far for the Cardinals, hoping to overcome this 9-3 deficit. But they've out-hit the River Bandits, but the pitching has just been walking everyone, it feels like. So hopefully Means can throw one in the zone here and not walk in a run. With 2 outs, though, it is a little bit of a savior, as he just needs an out to get out of the inning. So we'll see what happens here. So hopefully Means can get out of this one. The 1-0 fouled back, 1-1 to the 3-hitter Jose Hernandez.
Jose Hernandez coming into this at-bat 1 for 4. He got the very first hit the River Bandits had on the game out of the 3 that they've had so far. His was the first, and that was his very first at-bat of the game. Since then, he has not been able to do much of anything else. Yeah, here comes the 1-1 to him. That is down the strike zone, strike 2. Count is now down for him, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Hernandez coming in, he has been struck out once. He's been a part of 2 runs, and he's, again, hit once out of 4 at-bats. He sits 250 on the night, as that one will miss ball 3, and the count now fills for the second time straight. 3 balls, 2 strikes here for Hernandez, as bags stay loaded at Bing Crosby.
Cardinals hoping to keep this to a 6-run ball game. Not a fun deficit, but better than 8-0 what it was last inning, as the 2-2 is dealt, and double foul ball, it looked like. Jose Hernandez hit that one off the bat, came back and hit the bat again on the backswing, so a double foul ball. It should just be a strikeout. Get the Cardinals out of the inning, but not how baseball works. So bases loaded here still for the River Bandits. 2-2, 2 outs. top of the 6th inning. They're up 9-3 over the Cardinals, losing in the hit column 4-3. That one fouled off as well. We will go back to a 2-2 count.
It is, in fact, a good message that ball hit the net, because if that didn't hit the net and just angled just a little bit farther to the left, that could have possibly drilled a spectator, especially as fast as that ball was going. And how packed that section is, there wouldn't be much moving room there as that's fouled back again. So that's 4 straight foul backs for Jose Hernandez, who, again, is looking for his first hit since the first at-bat form of the game here. As he faces 2-2 with 2 down in the top half of the 6th. 9-3 ball game. Woodstock leads. And Means sets up on the mound. Bags loaded. Here comes the pitch. That's missed, ball 3. The count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here for the third batter in the lineup, Jose Hernandez.
Yeah, and the River Bandits haven't gotten a hit yet, and they still have a run in the inning. So they do have a sacrifice fly, so they have had to put the ball in play in order to produce the run, but still no hits to this point, as that's a huge strikeout there by Sean Means on the payoff pitch with 2 gone in the inning. That will retire the side. The River Bandits will leave the bags loaded. They score 1 run on no hits. We will go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Yes, the 6th inning here with the score 9-3 in the favor of the River Bandits. Thank you for all of you guys listening on Stretch Internet Radio Network. And thank you for those listening and watching live on the Front Royal Examiner. We will see you after the break.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal Cardinals. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball camps are coming up soon. The Cardinals baseball camp is designed to help the up-and-coming baseball player learn the skills they see used at Bing Crosby Stadium every day by the Front Royal Cardinals baseball players. Leading the camp this year will be the Front Royal coaching staff and players. They have designed the camp to help the campers learn how to master proper fundamentals in a fun and exciting atmosphere. Top-level collegiate baseball players from around the country will be instructing your child on how to play like players do in college. Each camper receives daily individual instruction lectures and demonstrations, individual camp awards, quality coaching, cookout with players the last day of each camp, free passes to all Cardinal home games, and campers will be recognized at Camp Recognition Night. All camps are located at Bing Crosby Stadium in Front Royal. Campers should bring a glove or mitt, baseball shoes, a favorite bat, batting gloves, hat, practice pants, and t-shirt. We ask that all parents please write campers' names on all items. The Front Royal Cardinals are not responsible for loss or damage of any camper's belongings. The Fundamentals Day Camp will be from June 20th through 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Pitchers and Catchers Camp will run from June 27th through the 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each camp is $75 for a registration fee, or both is $140. Sign your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals!
We welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium as we return to play. It is Connor Frost coming up to the plate to start things off in this bottom half of the 6th. Yes, we said the 6th. It is almost 9:30 p.m. and we have yet to play. Depending on how the Riverman is doing the top half of the 7th, we have at least 3 more frames to play through as Frost faces a 2-0 in the next one following 2 straight balls outside the strike zone.
Connor Frost is 1 for 2 in this game with a run scored. Ground ball to the pitcher in his opening at bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And then to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning, he hit a double into the left center field gap. He then came around to score on what I believe was a walk. So now he faces a 3-0 count. Good-looking game here for Connor so far. If he can get another base hit here, even a walk, as he looks at a strike 3-1.
In the meantime, Steven Pena called up earlier on in the game. We didn't quite cover it as strike 2, is dealt to Connor Frost. But Steven Pena coming in after the previous pitching change earlier on in the game. 3-2 is cut and missed, strike 3. So Connor Frost goes down 1 for 3 now following the at-bat. Pena has pitched a full inning, so he was brought in the 5th. That was pitch number 23. The new batter, Brody Popple, will face number 24 on the first one. And that will be strike one on the first one. Nothing. I want to start things off here for Brody Popple. Pena coming into the game, 6 complete innings, 6 strikeouts, as strike 2 is dealt down the strike zone. And it just seems like both teams are just trying to hurry up and finish this game, which makes complete sense as Popple strikes out swinging. And out number 2 is recorded as Dallas Height will come up. Popple, with his first at-bat recorded there, walked every time up until that point. Dallas Height coming up for his at-bat of the game, make that second at-bat of the game, 0 for 2 so far this evening. He has walked once. His average sits 200 counting the at-bat. It's counted strike 1 to start things off here for Dallas Height. And what could be his third at-bat of the game, that's upstairs ball 1. The count is now even at a down count, 1 ball, 1 strike here for the center fielder.
Yeah, the Cardinals just now getting to the 4th time through the lineup, as the River Bandits have already started their 5th time through the lineup, as they will start off with Tristan Moore, the cleanup hitter, in the next inning, as that ball misses away 2-2 to the hitter Dallas Height, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. River Bandits up 9-3, and that one swung on and missed. So Pena strikes out the side here, and the Cardinals go down scoreless in this inning, hoping to bounce back in the bottom of the 7th with some runs. We will head into the top of the 7th inning. Thank you for listening on Stretch Internet Radio Network and watching and listening live on the Front Royal Examiner YouTube live page. We will see you in the top of the 7th inning.
Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to
1, 2, 3, go.
With the record selection and the mirror reflection, I'm dancing with myself. But when there's no one else inside, I think the crowd is lonely night. Well, I ain't so long for my love vibration, and I'm dancing with myself. I'm dancing with myself. I'm dancing with myself. Oh, I'm starting to lose, and there's nothing to do. I'm dancing with myself.
If I could talk the world, I can't hear you guys. Come on.
10-7 after a quick bottom of the 6th, as each batter brought up by the Cardinals was struck out undoubtedly, as Tristan Moore, the cleanup batter, will come up after the warm-ups have concluded, which they are just about finished. Tristan Moore coming into this at-bat 0 for 3, 13 for 41 coming into this evening's game. Moore has walked once, but he's been struck out 3 other times, so he's coming up for his 5th time so far. But he's really looking for his first bit of action, making contact with the ball.
Yeah, Cardinals looking to get back into this game. If you are just joining us now, it is a 9-3 ball game. River Bandits, the visiting team here at Bing Crosby Stadium at David L. Wines Field. They are beating the Front Royal Cardinals 9-3, losing in the hit column, I believe, still 4-3. I could be wrong on that one. But here in the top of the 7th inning, the River Bandits looking to extend their lead with not Tristan Moore at the
Hunter
dish.
Smith they've put in for him. It says,
I was going to say.
Okay, Point Streak just said he was 0 for 3, but they just replaced it 0 for 0. He's 1 for 10 coming into this game. That's a .1 batting average. So he's 0 for 2. Hunter Smith, our apologies, as that bouncing ball to third will be juggled and going to the outfield. Hunter Smith picks up hit number 1 on the night, second on the season here. And again, that was Hunter Smith coming up for his first at-bat of this evening's game. He's listed as a pitcher. 5'10", 190-pound sophomore out of Wharton County Junior College, hometown of Spring, Texas. As that brings up R.J. Stinson back up.
If we were winning this game, we could pick on Sean Means for giving up a hit to a pitcher, but we're down 9-3, so I don't think we can do that right now as R.J. Stinson fouls that one back 0-1.
In fact, if it were the other way, we'd be like, oh, you gave up a hit to a pitcher, but now it's like, you really gave up a hit to a pitcher? Are you serious right now? 0 for 1 in the meantime for R.J. Stinson. He is 0 for 1 as well, 9 for 38 coming into the game. Runner on first is Hunter Smith. Here comes the pitch. That's down the strike zone. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 now for R.J. Stinson, the fifth batter in the lineup, playing left field this evening for the River Bandits. 9-3 ball game, top of the seventh. R.J. Stinson man at the plate, 0 for 1. He has walked every other time except for once. So make it plate appearance number 5 for him. Here comes the 0-2. That's cut around, missed, strike 3. And R.J. Stinson goes down swinging. Sean Means picks up number 2 on the night for strikeouts. That brings up Justin Walks to the plate. He is still at a perfect 2 for 2. Counting the walks would have made it 5 plate appearances now, coming up 2, rather. So he has been walked twice, hit twice. But one of the reasons why the River Bandits lead an extra 3 over, hit a 3-run bomb into the right field wall to make it what was a 3-0 game now to a 6-0 game, then 8-0, now 9-3. And Justin Walks facing his first pitch here in the at-bat. That is missed ball 1. Count is 1-0 to start things off here for Walks in his third statistical at-bat of the game, but 5th plate appearance of the night. That was pitch number 31 from Sean Means on the evening. And here comes the 1-0 as runner steals. Brody Papa makes the gun back to second, but it will not be on target. Trent Jeffka made a heck of a jump to save that ball from going into the outfield. The throw was a little off target as Walks faces 2-0 on the next one. He is perfect all the way across the board. His sluggers percentage is a .250. He's 4 for 17 coming into the game. Perfect on the night so far at a 2-2. In the meantime, his count is 2-0. Here comes the pitch. That's missed ball 3. Count is now 3-0 for batter number 6 in the original lineup.
Yeah, Walks was also the reason they got on the board in the first inning. He was the one that hit the ball off of starter Tyler Greenleaf to knock him out of the ball game, unironically, but he started with an RBI single to give the River Bandits a 1-0 lead, and they have not looked back since, taking commanding lead in this ball game and just commanding control of the game as well, with a 3-1 to Justin Walks from Sean Means delivered after looking back the runner. That one served into left field, and nice
that was
sliding
play by Carlton Harper to make that catch in the outfield. He slid to catch that ball, and that certainly was a play to remember for him so far, besides the hits he's gotten so far this evening. And that will bring up Jacob Williams. That also ends Walk's perfect hit streak on the night. So great notes by Carlton Harper this evening. He has certainly kept the Cardinals in this ball game motivation-wise, as the pitch to Williams misses ball 1 the dirt. And
oh, no, it looks like that one got a piece of the umpire.
We are going to have to take a timeout as the home plate umpire got a little bite of the ball there, as that ball stuck in the dirt by Popple. Popple did go around backwards. They will offer him water. I don't think he's going to take it, though.
Man, Jack Cosa starting. Look, he's probably going to be starting pitcher of Game 1 in tomorrow's doubleheader tomorrow. But he's been running around this entire field, it feels like. When Novicki got injured, he was one of the first guys over there, giving him water, making sure he was all right. He's the first one out to the umpire after he got hit, making sure he needed water. He's just been all over this field. It's like, take a break, buddy. You're starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
We need you.
selfless attitude is certainly something that everybody looks upon, and it's certainly a great trait to have. But when you have to start a baseball game, there's got to be a limit to where, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be running out to the outfield to give Dallas Hyde a bottle of water or just something along those lines.
If he just pitched yesterday or something like that, that's fine. But, buddy, you're pitching tomorrow. Let's just take a break. Take it easy.
1-0 is down the strike zone, strike one. We've just been having fun up here no matter what. Between me gaffing probably 100 times, Sean Munoz coming up, just all around the sites, the injuries, the plays, just we've been having fun over the last couple of games here at Bing Crosby, and certainly it's just a fun time to have. A strike two is down the zone. The 1-2 count for Williams now, who's looking for his first bit of action at the plate. 0 for 1 so far this evening.
Yeah, we're having fun in the booth, but you guys can come to Bing Crosby Stadium tomorrow at 4:30 for opening pitch against
Cut and a miss. In the meantime, strike 3.
We'll get back to that statement when we get back from the break.
We'll take that into the break. But, yeah, come on out to Bing Crosby Stadium tomorrow. 4:30 and 7 o'clock are the doubleheaders. We'll hit the airwaves at 4 o'clock if you can't make it. We'll go more into that soon, if not later, at the end of the game in our post-game coverage. Cardinals baseball presented to you by StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. Back with you following the 7th inning stretch into the bottom half of the frame.
Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
As warm-ups get underway here, we'll take a quick pause for a brief station identification. You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
Welcome you back to Bing Crosby Stadium as warm-ups set to round out here. Stephen Pena remains on the mound, it appears, Sean Means is still up on the point streak stat page. But we go into the bottom half of the 7th, a 9-3 ball game. The Woodstock River Bandits have led since the beginning of this game. In the meantime, the shortstop for the evening, Trent Jeffcoat, will lead things off here for the Cardinals. Last time he came up was a loaded bag situation where he didn't hit like we kind of anticipated he would, but he certainly did get on base off of a walk as he will start up in the count 1-0 here. And point streak, please update.
So far in this game, Jeffcoat is 0 for 2 with an RBI, 1 walk on the night, rather. 2 strikeouts on the night as this one's popped up. Looks to be playable for the catcher, and it is. He pops out to the Jeffcoat pops out to the catcher, walks for out number 1 in this bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals looking to come back not in a 9-3 deficit right now to the visiting Woodstock River Bandits.
That'll bring up the first baseman this evening, Jack Hay, who is 0 for 3 coming into the at-bat, so really looking for his first bit of action here. He is 9 for 33 coming into the game and making 9 for 36 now, counting the at-bats he's recorded so far this game. 1 out on the board, bottom of the 7th, 9-3 ball game. Here comes the opening pitch of the at-bat to Jack Hay. That is down the strike zone, strike 1, 0-1 to start things off here for the first baseman, who, again, is looking for his first bit of action at the plate. He is 0 for 3. And here comes the 0-1. That's cut on and missed, strike 2. Count is 0-2 now for the first baseman.
Yeah, it looks like there's little craters in that batter's box now with the amount of lefties in this ball game, as the 0-2 is outside 1-2. But from the Cardinals and the River Bandits, there have been a lot of lefties in that left-hand batter's box. Looks like there's craters. So have fun to whoever's fixing up the field after this ball game, or fixing it up before tomorrow's doubleheader, rather, as Jack Hay faces a 2-2 count with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled back. 2-2.
So Jack Hay is staying alive here now as he's on the 2-2, fouled it off. So the count will stay where it is. Went on the board. Here comes the pitch from Pena. That is upstairs, ball 3. Full count for the first baseman, Jack Hay here. Batter number 2 in the order for this frame. In the bottom half of the 7th, 9-3 ball game, Woodstock leads over the Front Royal Cardinals. Here comes the payoff. That's downstairs, ball 4. Jack Hay will kind of flip his bat there and then take the 90-foot walk of fame, and that will bring up the new right fielder, Drew Bristow, coming in for JoJo Jackson earlier on in this game. I don't think there's much of anything going for Drew Bristow so far this game, but at the same time, he hasn't had as many plate appearances as all the other players have had so far.
Yeah, Bristow just had a walk in his first plate appearance after coming into the ball game. I'd assume in the bottom of the 4th inning, in the top of the 5th inning, he came in. Bottom of the 5th was his first at bat. As Bristow pops this one to the right side, looks like it's going to be playable, and it falls foul territory. So Bristow has life here in this at bat, 0-1 with a runner on first base and 1 out for the Cardinals here.
And how about we give credit to the first baseman, Jacob Williams, took at least a 60-foot run to go get that ball. Unfortunately, he didn't make the play, but it popped right in front of him. And certainly to go that far into foul territory backwards is that's just a heads-up play for him and just a great overall attempt by first baseman to make a play that far as Bristow cuts and misses strike 2 for that one. So there's 1 out on the board, bottom half of the 7th, a 9-3 ball game. Woodstock leads here over the Front Royal Cardinals and hasn't trailed at all this game, led since the first frame as that one will come in and miss ball 1. So the count is now 1-2 for the right fielder, who is 1 for 17 coming into this game. That's a .058 batting average. He has gotten on base off of a walk earlier, but nothing else besides that, as that'll be a cut and miss strike 3. And Bristow will go back as he faces 0 for 1 on the next at-bat. That is if he makes it back up.
Yeah, just to reiterate this point, we're trying something new. We had Sean Munoz come to the booth earlier. Great to have him here. He's a great little change of character for the two of us up here, as we're just used to talking to each other, or at least I am. I know, Cameron, this is your first year having someone in the booth, where last year he did it by himself. But if you guys are watching this live, or you guys are watching this after the game is over, maybe tomorrow or maybe in 2 days, I would love to see your comments, see what you guys think about having the new voice up in the booth. If you guys are just now hearing this for the first time, you missed Sean for any reason, he came in the bottom of the 5th inning, so go back and watch that and let us know what you think as Carlton looks at a ball 1 and 2. So we will be looking at your comments. Let us know anything we can do better, anything you guys want to hear here on the Front Royal Examiner. We are open to any thoughts and comments. So Carlton grounds this one to second base. Looks like it's going to end the inning, and it does. So the Cardinals go down scoreless. 9-3 remains the score. River Bandits up over the Cardinals here at Bing Crosby Stadium. The Cardinals look to shut out the River Bandits in the top of the 8th inning. Thank you for all of you guys listening in on the Front Royal Examiner, partner of the Front Royal Cardinals. And thank you for those of you guys listening on the Valley Baseball League Stretch Internet Radio Network.
This is Cameron Whalen, broadcaster for the Front Royal Cardinals. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball camps are coming up soon. The Cardinals baseball camp is designed to help the up-and-coming baseball player learn the skills they see used at Bing Crosby Stadium every day by the Front Royal Cardinals baseball players. Leading the camp this year will be the Front Royal coaching staff and players. They have designed the camp to help the campers learn how to master proper fundamentals in a fun and exciting atmosphere. Top-level collegiate baseball players from around the country will be instructing your child on how to play like players do in college. Each camper receives daily individual instruction lectures and demonstrations, individual camp awards, quality coaching, cookout with players the last day of each camp, free passes to all Cardinal home games, and campers will be recognized at Camp Recognition Night. All camps are located at Bing Crosby Stadium in Front Royal. Campers should bring a glove or mitt, baseball shoes, a favorite bat, batting gloves, hat,
practice pants, and t-shirt. We ask that all parents please write campers' names on all items. The Front Royal Cardinals are not responsible for loss or damage of any camper's belongings. The Fundamentals Day Camp will be from June 20th through 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Pitchers and Catchers Camp will run from June 27th through the 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each camp is $75 for a registration fee, or both is $140. Sign your child up today at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps. We hope to see you at the Bing this season for camps and for the regular season. Go Cardinals!
Hello, all, and welcome back to Front Row Cardinals baseball here on Stretch Internet Live, Stretch Internet Radio Network, or the Front Royal Examiner, wherever you guys are listening. We would love to thank Front Royal Little League for coming out tonight, bringing all the players and all the energy in the beginning of the game, from the little kids to the parents. We love the support. And for any of you guys that are looking for baseball during the summer, please come out to the Front Royal Baseball Summer Camp. It will be from June 20th to June 23rd. That will be the Fundamentals Camp, and Pitchers and Catchers will be June 27th to June 29th. Both of those are $75 or $140 for a package deal. They last from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., so only 3 hours of your little guy's time to come out to the field. We ask that you guys bring a glove, mitt, baseball shoes, favorite batting gloves, hat, practice pants, and t-shirt, and we hope to see you guys out there. For any of you guys looking to sign up for the camp, it is on the Front Royal Cardinals website at frontroyalcardinals.org/camps, or you guys can email Donna Settles at donna.settle@icloud.com for any information or any sign-up purposes. We hope to see you guys soon, and if you guys want to mail in your registration, it will be 382 Morgan's Ridge Road, Front Royal, Virginia, zip code 22630. So thank you guys again, and hopefully we see you there in only 2 short days at the Fundamentals Camp, as Sean Means got the first out quickly and now moves on to the next batter with an 0-2 count. Thank you. Frankie Ritter with an 0-2 count.
It was Jalen Buster who started things off and struck out, as Frankie Ritter comes up now 0-2. That's sliding through into right field past the diving Jack Hay into right field for a base hit. So you can count the hit column down for the River Bandits, but don't count them out. As we have a 9-3 ball game in this top half of the 8th inning. River Bandits lead 9-3, picking up hit number 4 on the evening here for them, as they will call up Jacoby Long, the original leadoff batter, who is 0-3 this evening, 7-19 coming into the game, make it 7-22 if you count this evening's at-bats so far. And actually, I think I heard a different name. Colin Tremblay will rather come out for his first at-bat of the game. A righty, 6'3", 195-pound junior out of DeSales University, hometown of Fork River, New Jersey, will start things out. I believe it was a ball, 1-0. So Means will sit on the mound and deal the pitch. That is strike 1. So the count is now even at a down count, 1 ball, 1 strike here for Colin Tremblay. Opening at bat of the game, he is 4 for 17. That's a .235 batting average, 3 RBIs on the season. Here comes the 1-1 that is down the strike zone, strike 2. Count now goes down for Tremblay, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first is Frankie Ritter. And here comes the 0-2. That's cut and missed. Strike 3 called, and out number 2 is recorded. That will bring up supposedly Kyle Ashworth to the plate, and in fact will. Ashworth, in the meantime, is 0 for 0. 5 walks on the night. He has walked every time he's been put up. He's coming into the game 2 for 7. That's a .285, and so far that batting average will not change, as he's got 1 RBI on the season. That one will miss back. It'll be Ritter trotting to second easily, as Brody Popple missed the pitch went behind him, to word that better than what I think I was going to go. Either way, the count is 1 ball, no strikes here for Ashworth. Again, possibly his first statistical at bat of the game. He's appeared at the plate 5 times, been walked every single time, as he's got a runner on second. It is Frankie Ritter. And Means looks back at second and deals. That's popped to second. That's correct. Plants at first in time for out number 3. And the side will retire as Kyle Ashworth will ground to second to make the play at first. And out number 3 is recorded as we go to a break. It is a 9-3 ball game. Bottom half of the 8th coming up on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network to you right after this.
Overlooking the scenic Shenandoah River in a lovely sylvan setting, our campus is spacious, yet inviting, rich in culture, beauty, and history. It is a setting well suited for our time-tested Catholic liberal arts curriculum, the same education that has inspired and produced the greatest men and women of Christendom over the past 2,000 years. Inside and outside the classroom, you will experience an integrated life. Here, you will strengthen your intellect in such a powerful way that you will have the ability to master any subject, no matter how complex the vocational calling. You will thrive in a supportive and Christ-centered culture dedicated to helping you realize your potential. Our education is not an education for the faint of heart, but for those willing to accept the bold and challenging call from God to become the great men or women that He wants them to be. Dare to join us. Dare to be great.
We return to you from Bing Crosby Stadium as the late night train runs back behind right field here at Bing Crosby. We return to you as the Cardinals will take the plate as Drew Camp will start things off here for the Cardinals here in this bottom half of the 8th. The first pitch is missed for strike 1. So the count is nothing. You want to start things off here for Camp. Here comes the pitch that's missed for, or rather fouled back, my apologies, wrong wording, for strike 2. Count is now 0-2 for Camp, who is 1 for 3 on the night, 7 for 25 coming into the game, so make it 8 for 28. I'm not even going to attempt that math in my head because that's not even an even number. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. That's fouled off, so everything will stay where it is. 9-3 ball game, bottom of the 8th. Woodstock leads. Hits are tied at 4 apiece. And that pitch missed, ball 1. Count now goes 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the third baseman here. In his 4th at-bat of the game, looking for hit number 2 on the evening as he faces 1-2 from Stephen Pena. Here comes the pitch. That's missed, ball 2. Count now evens at a down count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Drew Camp.
Yeah, and thank you for Kendall for commenting on the question of what we can do better here. And we love to hear that you love the idea of having players up in the booth. We would love to continue that. If you have any thoughts on what players you want to have in the booth, that you can comment that down below, as well as anybody else that would like to comment which players they would like to get introduced to on the Front Row Cardinals as Drew Camp is battling with a 1-2 count here. I know that Henry and JoJo just got injured. Sad to see them get injured, but definitely great characters to have up in the booth. So while we can take advantage of them not being able to play on the field, we would love to have them up here too. So if you guys have anybody in mind that you would love to hear the voice of or get to know on the Front Row Cardinals, you can look at that roster on the Front Row Cardinals website or on the Valley Baseball League website, and you can comment down below who you would love to see or get to know.
Count is now 3-2, followed by a ball. So Drew Camp will take the 90-foot walk of fame here, and he will pick up walk number 1 on the night, as that will bring up Henry, or my apologies, not Henry Novicki. For some reason, he's still in point streak, but obviously he is
Dylan
out.
Schwarmer is coming to the plate right now.
Thank you, because I saw a 0 and I said, I know that is not Henry Novicki. So Dylan Schwarmer will come up for his opening at-bat of the game, replacing Henry Novicki in the DH spot. Again, Henry Novicki was injured in his last at-bat going to first base. Stepped on the bag wrong, most likely, and popped his knee. So, again, prayers going out to him and JoJo and, all of the players in the Valley League and all the players across the country who just get hurt, and especially in unfortunate circumstances, and just try to have a good time playing the game and especially want to win and all that stuff. So, Swarmer fouls that one off behind the plate. 0-1 to start things off here for the DH. 3 for 11 coming into the game. That's a 272. Nine-3 ball game, bottom of the 8th. River Bandits lead over the Cardinals here, and the 0-1 is dealt and fouled back. Swarmer again coming into the game for Henry Novicki, who got injured in his previous appearance on the field. He had a lower or knee injury on his left side, I guess is the better way to phrase that, and unfortunately had to leave the game being helped off the field as 0-2 is coming to Swarmer from Pena, and that'll be popped up, playable into right. Got 3 men chasing, and it will drop for a base hit, blooped in there. The play at second is
in time.
In time, thank you. I couldn't quite tell. So Swarmer will get on, however, it is a sacrifice hit at second, and it will be Drew Camp getting out. So Connor Frost will come up, and I believe Connor has a hit on the night. He does. He is 1 for 3.
Connor had that double in the gap to start the 5th inning for the Cardinals, in which they scored 3 runs, being the only frame so far in which the Cardinals have scored. They've been shut out for the rest of the 6 frames. Looking to score here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking to come back from a 9-3 deficit against the visiting Woodstock River Bandits. With Pena on the mound, he sets and deals, fouled back by Connor Frost,
Connor Frost with the 1-1 now. 1 out on the board, bottom of the 8th, 9-3 ball game. Woodstock leads over the Cardinals here. Runner on first is Dylan Swarmer, replacing Henry Novicki in the DH spot following Novicki's previous injury. It is Connor Frost at the plate now, 1 for 3 on the night, 4 for 29 coming into the game, so 5 for 32 on the season, counting this or coming into the at-bat, and that one misses for ball 2. Count now goes up for Frost, 2 balls, 1 strike here in his 4th, or what could be his 4th at-bat of the game. Both teams are tied for hits as the 2-1 comes in and misses ball 3, so Connor Frost looking pretty good right now. However, Pena has proven to battle back in some instances where he's given a little bit of cushion there, but looking to see what happens on the 3-1 with 1 down in the bottom half of the 8th inning here. Pena looks back or takes several looks between first and the batter, and that will be a pitch down the middle for a cut and miss, strike 2. So the count now fills for the player Connor Frost. Again, what could be his 4th at-bat of the game. As that one is popped into right, it will play Ashworth over to our left. He will make the catch, and out number 2 is recorded as Dylan Swarmer will trot back to first. That'll bring Brody Popple up, the 9th batter in the lineup, doing the catching this evening, and has done pretty good behind the plate as it stands for his defensive stats.
Yeah, there's only so much he can do. He's been working hard back there. A lot of balls in the dirt as the front row Cardinals staff has struggled with their control in this game so far. So hopefully Brody can get a hit here, but he's been doing a good job behind the dish. He's been doing the best he can, as there's only so much you can block without getting tired or worn down back there, as he swings through a fastball right there by Pena on the first pitch, 0-1.
2 outs on the board, bottom of the 8th. Cardinals trail 9-3 over the River Bandits here as the pitch 0-1 is dealt, missed outside. It looked to be on the upper right-hand corner facing the pitcher. As a 1-ball, 1-strike count now for Brody Popple, who is 0 for 1 this evening will be coming from Pena. That is strike 2 called. However, it looked like Brody Popple shifted out of the way in order to avoid being hit.
Yeah, sometimes batters just do that to try and sell a call. Sometimes it's a strike, and they know it's a strike, but they just want to pretend like they needed to get out of the way to get a ball call. As he swings through that one, strike 3, and Pena has done very well on the mound for the River Bandits, shutting down the Cardinals essentially 4 innings with no runs given up so far. That was his 70th pitch. As we go into the top of the 9th inning, the last frame here at Bing Crosby Stadium, barring a tie game in the bottom of the 9th. Thank you for all of you guys listening on the Front Royal Examiner and Stretch Internet Radio Network. We hope to see you in the top of the 9th inning and hope you guys can stick around for the post-game analysis.
Woods Cove Assisted Living has been working with families for over 15 years to offer quality care to patients who need additional support. We concentrate on working with our residents in need of this kind of support in delivering health care and other essential services in the solace of their new home. Our demonstrated track record of providing improved quality of life for our residents is evident in the satisfaction our families feel and the contentment our residents experience daily. We focus on quality health care that is family-centered and involve you, their family, in their health care plan. We understand that the services we provide should reflect the care a family member would afford our residents. Contact us at 540-636-6611 or visit us at 201 West Kreiser Road in Front Royal. At Woods Cove, your family is our family.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it does.
We return to Bing Crosby Stadium with a 9-3 ball game going into the final full inning of play here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Again, Woodstock River Bandits versus the Front Royal Cardinals about to wind down here. We go into the 9th frame. And coming up for the River Bandits will be Jose Hernandez, the third baseman, 6'2", 190-pound freshman out of Miami-Dade Community College of Kendall. And the River Bandits lead 9-3 going into this top half of the 9th inning. Both teams tied at 4 hits apiece, but just the blown-out pitching that Front Royal allowed the runs to score just blew this game wide open for Woodstock as Hernandez cuts and misses for strike 1 here as Means sets up and deals the 0-1, and it will be missed ball 1.
Yeah, the walks have hurt the Cardinals in this one. Hopefully, it looks bleak now, but hopefully they can overcome it in the bottom of the 9th inning. They'd have to score 6 runs at the very least. Assuming that the River Bandits do not score here in the top of this 9th inning, it will take at least 6 runs, if not more, for the Cardinals to tie or win this ball game. So hopefully they can get something done here, but Sean Means on the mound looking very good, actually, as that
pops into right,
crushed,
and it will be off the wall.
Oh, wow.
That was close. Very, very close. Hey, that call was better than what I did earlier.
That one looked like it hit the top of the bottom of the screen to keep it in the ballpark right there, but off the bat, I was like, that one's gone.
It looked very, very close. I will say, in your defense, I thought that was gone too. And, I mean, I'm not an expert at, seeing how far they go and whatnot, but out of the home run calls that I've called since I've started here, that ball looked like it was going to go.
Yeah.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt there. That ball looked like it was going to go. And I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Hernandez as well. That ball looked like it was going to go.
Hey, at least mine wasn't an out.
That's true. That's true. Mine, unfortunately, was because it was a good 10 or 15 feet away from the wall.
It was not that far. It was close to the wall. It looked like Carlton's back was probably 2 or 3 feet from the wall. So you weren't far off, but still resulted in an out as Sean Means looking to avert crisis with the leadoff double here in the top of the ninth. Cardinals down 9-3 to the River Bandits.
As Hunter Smith pops that one to right. That one might go. It does.
Oh.
Hunter Smith. My goodness. Third hit of the season. That ball is gone. Make it a 11-3 ball game here. Hunter Smith. What a shot. And I'm pretty sure he's marked as a pitcher.
Oh, gosh.
So Sean Means just let a pitcher not only hit off of him once earlier in this game, let him hit twice, and one of those hits was out of right field.
Hey, pitchers can rake. Pitchers can rake. Do not count them out, but definitely a tough one for Sean Means, as he was actually pitching very well up until that point.
Indeed.
That was his first 2 runs given up in this ball game to this point, as he's pitched 3 solid innings, and this one's driven out to left field, but it looks like it's going to be caught at the wall, and it is. Carlton makes a nice play out there in left field, but River Bandits extend their lead to 11-3, which makes it 8 runs for the Cardinals to score in the bottom half of this inning in order to tie this game, and that's just right now. You just never know if the River Bandits are going to put up some more runs here.
It is an 11-3 ball game now in this top half of the ninth off of a 2-run home run from Hunter Smith, who just, recently got put in not too long ago. That was only his second plate appearance of the night. And I will say, going into the dugout now, he's a perfect 100. In the meantime, that's cracked to short from Walks. Throw to first, slips through to Hay. However, Walks decides not to go. He is 2 for 3 on the night, 4 for 17 coming into it. So make it 6 for 20. And it is a little bit of an error at first. However, it could be off the throw as Jacob Williams comes up now. And I don't know why I'm looking at my paper for his stats.
Williams is 0 for 2 with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts so far in this game. And he looks at a strike from Sean Means, 0-1 with 1 out here in the top of the ninth inning. River Bandits up 11-3. And just going back to Hunter Smith, he has done something that is not very easy to do, and that's just come into a game and just hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier to do, obviously, when you know you're going to hit in the game. You're in the starting lineup, but Hunter Smith has come in 2 for 2 with a base hit and a bomb. Mm-hmm. So tough go for Tristan Moore, but at least his teammate picked him up there, as it looked like Williams jumped away from that ball to avoid getting hit.
I will say, I think this might be a little gutsy of a call, but I think if he doesn't get player of the game, which, it would be kind of obvious if he doesn't, but he should be on one of the top 3 or top 5 River Bandits to get player of the game, just to come in late in the game, get a hit for one, but get a home run for another, and go perfect on the night so far. And most likely probably won't have to come back up again, but you never know.
Never know. I think right now, to this point, it's probably Justin Walks as my player of the game, but you just never know what would have happened if Hunter Smith could have hit like that the entire game, assuming he would have been in and hitting that well. So you just never know. But to this point, Justin Walks having a nice game. He's 2 for 4 with 2 hits, 2 walks, home run, 4 RBIs, a fly ball to left, and an reaching on an error on that last one right there.
In the meantime, Williams strikes out swinging for out number 2. In the time, Dawson Mumaw will come up. And funny that he comes up. I actually got to watch him play high school basketball last year. Dawson Mumaw, 6 foot, 155 freshman out of Ferrum, hometown Mount Jackson, actually went to, it was called Stonewall Jackson. Now it's called Mountain View High School over in Quicksburg. Went there. Actually, Mountain View High School is in the same district that my high school was in, and I got to watch Dawson Mumaw play basketball. Although the team as a whole wasn't a great team, he still was one of the star players for them with what little work he had to do. As he faces 0-2 on this one, Mumaw coming in for his first at bat as a River Bandit here. 0-2 is downstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going two-way in college, if he's playing both basketball and baseball. I know that's very, very difficult to do, but good for him if he is. And if he's not, well, hopefully he can sustain a good baseball career, as playing two sports at one time is very difficult. And he had difficulty with that pitch as Sean Means strikes him out, looking to end this inning. Cardinals go into the bottom of the ninth, down 11-3 to the visiting River Bandits, hoping to come back and make this a game. But right now it's not looking too good for the Cardinals, as we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Thank you for listening on Front Royal Cardinals, or the Front Royal Examiner YouTube live page and the Stretch Internet. Stretch Internet Live, Valley Baseball Network. Thank you for listening.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements. Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals radio network.
Well, going from a perfect 2 for 2 on the night, who better to be put in as a reliever for the River Bandits this evening than a late star in the game, Hunter Smith. Listed as a pitcher, put in as a batter earlier on in the game, let's say the 7th inning, something along those lines. Came in and got a base hit, got on base, so he's 1 for 1. Then comes in the previous, or in the 8th inning rather.
Ninth.
It was 9th. Okay, I was doubting myself there for a second. It just happened. I couldn't quite remember. I was doubting myself.
Time is
Going by
of
too
the
slow.
essence right now.
Anyway, in the 9th inning, he comes in again, 1 for 1, gets a couple pitches to him, then lines it out into right field with a guy on base, 2-run home run. Now he's relieving for the River Bandits here. In the meantime, Dallas Height coming up 1-0 on the next one. Or 2-0 now, rather. But how about Hunter Smith? An all-around player for them tonight, and honestly, if he doesn't strike out 3 right now, I think they're going to be upset with him. 3-0 is the count now. Hunter Smith is on the mound. It says Sean Pena on point streak, but if you're listening on StretchInternet.com, obviously we're right. As Dallas Height will take the 90-foot walk of fame. Again, Hunter Smith on the mound now. If you're watching on point streak as well, that's unfortunately incorrect. Pena has been relieved of his duties this evening after 4 complete innings, pitching 39 strikes, 31 balls, not giving up any runs in his time as a Woodstock pitcher this evening. As that'll bring up Brennan Chisholm in replacement of Trent Jeffcoat. Brennan Chisholm, a righty, 5'10", 170-pound senior out of Kansas College, hometown of North Chatham, Massachusetts. 11-3 ball game. Woodstock leads, bottom of the 9th. Dallas Height on first following the walk. Hunter Smith sets and deals the pitch. That is down the strike zone, strike 1. Chisholm 1 for 6 coming into the game. A 166 batting average. So looking for his first hit of this evening's game, even though he was just put in, but looking to make his batting average 2 for 7 following this one, as He will face a ball on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the count that evens out and goes down.
Yeah, Dallas Hyde on first base to lead off the inning with a walk. So nobody out here for Brennan, hoping to make every advantage of this.
That is popped into left. Looks to be playable, though. It will be playable by R.J. Stinson out there, and that is out number 1. Dallas Hyde will stay on first after coming back just shortly. And it appears that Jack Hay will return, according to Point Streak at least. And he will. So Jack Hay coming into the at-bat 0 for 3, 9 for 33 on the season. He has been walked earlier in this game, but hasn't been able to get the bat hot yet. And with the bottom of the ninth, 11-3, runner on base. If you want to stay alive, that bat's got to get warm.
Yeah. But as I was saying, Brennan just trying to taking advantage of every opportunity possible, as coming off the bench is never easy, but you can try and prove your way into the lineup as Jack Hay takes for a strike there. He hit that ball, what seemed to be hit well, but I guess just died in the air somewhere as that ball's up the middle. Looks like it's going to end the game, and it does. 6-3, unassisted at second base as he just tags the base. The shortstop does, throws on to first, ends the game. It is 11-3. River Bandits over the Cardinals. We will see you guys after this short little break for the post-game interview.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements. Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
We come back to you from Bing Crosby Stadium. What is the final score? Is an 11-3 loss here for the Cardinals over the visiting Woodstock River Bandits, who bounced back after a loss yesterday to the Cardinals 9-5, picking up their 2-game win streak then. Now they drop to a 1-game lose streak, and the River Bandits will go to a 1-game win streak and will go to 9-5 on the season. Front Royal dropping to 5-7 on the season. And Matthew, it's pretty obvious what went wrong for the Cardinals today, but just give your analysis on what you think today's game shaped out to be.
17 walks. The Cardinals gave up 17 walks, and that was a big factor in this game, as it didn't seem like the River Bandits really out-hit the Cardinals by too much. But, man, when you just give them free base runners, good things are going to happen for them, and all they need to do is put the ball in play, and they're going to score runs. So that's what ended up happening. They won 11-3 in this ball game. The Cardinals had a slow offense in the beginning, had one good inning in the fifth to score 3 and make it a game again, but then the River Bandits extended their lead in the ninth inning with a 2-run home run. But it felt like every time the Cardinals were just walking guys, Woodstock was somewhat taking advantage of it and driving in runs, as tonight the loss will go to Tyler Greenleaf, who exited in this game due to injury. He got hit by a comebacker. I presume he's going to be okay. It looked like it was going to be just some sort of bruise or something like that, and he'll be fine. Just did not want to pitch because it's hard to pitch through injury. It's hard to pitch after being hit. We had 2 other injuries tonight. That is in the form of JoJo Jackson, who looked to re-injure his quad, which he injured probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at this point. And then Henry Novicki, who got injured running out a ground ball to first base. He was out at first, ended the inning, but stayed on the ground and got injured. So that was a tough sight to see. But Tyler Greenleaf will get the loss tonight, and Jacob Favor, I believe, will get the win. Wait, no, excuse me. Stephen Pena will get the win. He did pitch the necessary innings to get that win tonight. So hopefully the Cardinals can bounce back tomorrow. We will have Jack Cosa on the mound. Jack Cosa is sporting a 2.53 ERA in 2 games, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. He has an 0-2 record, but he has pitched very well as he's only given up 3 earned runs in those 10 2/3 innings pitched so far. So hopefully he can give a great start to the doubleheader tomorrow against the Covington Lumberjacks as they come into town to Bing Crosby Stadium at 4:30. So hope to see you guys out here, and the Cardinals can hopefully start out hot as they drop their first game in 3 games, going to a 5-7 record.
In the meantime, we got some finals around the Valley League. The number 1 team in the North, Strasburg, following, believe it or not, to Purcellville, 7-2 at Purcellville's home grounds. In the South Division, Waynesboro falling to Stanton at home, 7-6, the final score there. In Covington, Harrisonburg taking the game by storm with a 13-1 loss in Covington. And just reported the final in Newmarket. Newmarket bouncing back from a 5-4 deficit going into the bottom half of the 9th frame to take Winchester down 6-5, posting 2 runs scored and called the game there. Again, Newmarket beating Winchester in Rebel Park just moments ago. Just the final was reported because the scoreboard still says it's live, but when you click on the game live feed, it says final. So top team Strasburg falling 7-2. Number 4 Newmarket defeating number 3 Winchester 6-5 at Rebel Park. And then again, of course, the final score here from Bing Crosby Stadium, 11-3 between the Woodstock River Bandits and the Front Royal Cardinals this evening. The Front Royal Cardinals like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Rowing Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Bertie Michael Foundation, Card My Yard Front Royal, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, reaching out now, and this evening's sponsor, thank you to the Front Royal Little League for all they did for the Little Leaguers this evening and for the festivities they put up this evening. Front Royal Cardinals baseball is presented to you on the air by StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, the affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals radio network. This live stream is copyrighted by the Front Royal Cardinals, the Valley Baseball League, and our affiliates on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network. The use of any copyrighted materials in all forms of media without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned is prohibited. You can find stats from this evening's game on the Valley League's website at valleyleaguebaseball.com. You can find also scores and standings of all games that happened tonight and all games that happened this season. Again, valleyleaguebaseball.com. You can also find all happenings and highlights on the Front Royal Cardinals social media pages. You can find them on Twitter at FR Cardinals, Facebook Front Royal Cardinals in your search page, and on Instagram at Front Royal Cardinals. And for more detailed information and other information, you can find them online at frontroyalcardinals.org. Once again, your final score from this evening's game: Woodstock 11, Front Royal 3. From Bing Crosby Stadium alongside Matthew Wiseman, this is Cameron Whalen saying goodbye until tomorrow. We will hit the airwaves at 4 o'clock for 4:30 start in tomorrow's doubleheader between Front Royal and Covington. Until then, so long, folks.